Welcome to day 5 of the World Para-Swimming Championship from Madeira in Portugal. Canada is on fire. 10 medals so far after 4 days, and there will be more in this session with 9 finals. Alors, c'est la 5e journée de ces championnats du monde de paranatation qui ont lieu sur l'île de Madère au Portugal. Ici Benoît Huot de mon studio à Montréal. On vous présente les championnats du monde. C'est la 5e journée. Il reste également 2 autres jours après aujourd'hui, mais jusqu'à présent, le Canada a remporté 10 médailles, dont 4 en or. Allons voir les faits saillants de la 4e journée de compétition dans quelques instants et on sera de retour pour les épreuves de cette 5e journée. Let's go to the highlights of day 4 before we go to the Olympic equine.
Pre-race favourite, Nicholas Guy Turbide from Canada, Paralympic and World Championship silver medalist. This is the big event for the Canadian, Nicholas Guy Turbide, and a big chance for him to get to the top spot of the podium.
As we go into under the flag, signifying 5 metres into the wall, and you can see there Turbide getting the tap, the Canadian turning about 0.65 behind Van Roy at the turn.
A Canadian really pushing hard now. Alex Portal going well. Vorchenko coming back as well. A real head-to-head in the middle of the pool. It might go to Canada. It goes to Nicholas Guy Turbide. Just ahead of Thomas van Roy, who led almost the entire length right up until the last couple of meters. It'll be silver to the Netherlands swimmer.
I came here to race, to give my best as always, and I knew today the one thing that would get me on top was experience, so I relied on that heavily and just didn't think much about what I was doing the last 25 meters of the race, just pushing as hard as I can.
The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Canada, Nicholas Guy Turbide.
It's been my trademark since the start of my career in some way, so I guess I still managed to get on top when I needed to, and just super happy about how it went.
Was Danielle Doris of Canada. Camille Berube, what a swim she had to take bronze in the individual medley.
The Canadian in lane 4, that blackout there you can see on the left of that underwater shot.
Danielle Doris can't do anything about it. Can she reach the wall in front? I don't think she can, because Julia Gaffney is just going past the Canadian. It is going to be gold to USA. The world record holder is going to become the world champion. She takes it in 1:21.03. It's silver again to Doris in 1:23.00.
A lot of fun racing my last race with this one.
7/100ths of a second off the podium. Another medal was sitting there just about.
I mean, it was really close. I'm obviously really happy for Danielle, and it was a really tough competition tonight. I'm happy with the time. I mean, it's the fastest it's been. I went up a position from the seeds, so you know, no complaints. I get to swim this race again in the relay tomorrow morning.
Well for New Zealand, forcing their way into finals. A few teenagers in the New Zealand team, and some of them are due to swim later tonight. Women's 100 breaststroke SB5 is the first event that we will see tonight. Didn't have a qualification heat for this one this morning, Liz, so some of the swimmers, a little bit of an unknown quantity of what kind of form the swimmers are in. They're led out by Sofia Fedorenko. The Ukrainian swimmer makes her way to lane number 7. Ayala Tufik, medalist at the World Championships before for Egypt. She's the African record holder. Maori Yui from Japan, a medalist earlier this week, bronze medalist in the individual medley. Maria Tsakonis, Paralympic Games representative for Greece in Tokyo last year. Elma Bjornsdottir, the experienced Iceland swimmer. She was a bronze medalist at the World Championships back in 2017 in Mexico. But Grace Harvey from Great Britain, she will be the firm favourite for this one. Paralympic Games silver medalist, already with 2 medals to her name this week. Grace Harvey, very much the informed swimmer in this 100 metres breaststroke SB5 for women. Grace Harvey goes in lane number 4, next to Bjornsdottir in lane 5. It's a long-standing world record held by the great German champion Kirsten Brun. That record set way back in 2010.
This is the women's 100 metres breaststroke.
Grace Harvey's impressed us this week though, Liz, hasn't she?
Yeah, this is her main event, but she's been swimming personal best times all week, already been on the podium a couple of times, but this will be the title that she has come for.
This is the SB5 classification. We'll see a range of starts across the pool, some swimmers starting from the water, some people starting from the dive, some from the sit start. Grace Harvey being held in position by the support staff. They're not allowed to add propulsion, but they can hold the swimmers in position for the start, and Grace Harvey heading that spearhead in the early stages of this one.
Yeah, Harvey going well here. She'd have superb swim to take the silver medal in her debut Paralympic Games, and this is a real opportunity for her to take a global title for the first time. She's looking strong. There'll be a race on behind her. There's a real opportunity for those athletes to get on the podium, but expect Grace Harvey to take this one out quickly.
It's a real tussle for the second position at the moment. Tufik, Sakona and Bjornsdottir all in a row, but Grace Harvey has a significant lead at the halfway point, 47.41. We'll just check the gap between her and the second position swimmer. It's something like almost 7 seconds ahead of the Icelander.
Yeah, Grace Harvey looking very strong here. She's been powerful in all of her events this week so far. Brilliant 100-metre freestyle, and you can see she's got such a superb technique. Took the long-standing British record from Nairi Kindred last year, and she's just gone from strength to strength.
Well, Grace Harvey, there is no one else in sight as she comes to the last 15 metres. That is that little red marker on the lane ropes. And Grace Harvey is stretching away from the rest of the field. It's a real tussle for the silver and bronze medal positions, but Grace Harvey is now coming home. She is going to claim gold here. It's going to be a full set of medals at these championships for Grace Harvey. An excellent time of 1:41.19. She's absolutely delighted with that one, signalling to the British team in the stands. But here it comes, Bjornsdottir. It's going to be another World Championship medal for Iceland's Bjornsdottir, and right at the top it might be a medal for the Egyptian Ayala Tufik. In for the bronze medal position for Egypt. It's an African record for Tufik, a lifetime best for her to take the bronze medal in that one. But Grace Harvey, the class of the field, Liz, and she did not disappoint.
No, and she came in with a big favourite tag hanging over her head, so she knew she could do it, but that pressure always adds to the tension, and sometimes you then get the victory, but maybe you don't get the time. But you can see how delighted she is there with that superb time. She's edging closer to that magic 140 mark every time she swims this one, and she'll be pleased with the week that she's having here in Funchal.
She certainly will, heading her best times at the major championship of the year. She'll be absolutely delighted with that one. You saw her signalling to her teammates in the stands at the end there. Bjornsdottir winning that close contest for silver, and there was Tufik just edging another two swimmers, Maori Yu and Maria Tsakona. There's Grace Harvey. She wins that world title. And there's the Egyptian. Well, what a great swim she had. That's the time to do a lifetime best for the Egyptian champion.
Yeah, she's emotional, and her parents have just gone up the stairs past us with her coaching team to meet her at the swim down pool. They're emotional too, and deservedly so.
Well, Grace Harvey takes the title in the women's 100 breaststroke SB5 in 141.19. Thelma Bjornsdottir in silver medal position, and Ayala Tufik, an African record, to take the bronze. I did wonder what the noise was around us. Liz, good job. You're on point there.
Well, I looked because there was a lot of noise, and yes, they were over the moon.
Women's 400 freestyle for the S9 classification. Coming out onto poolside. There's the home favourite, Susana Vega. Her big event is the 50 front row. Maybe the 400 a little bit too long for the Portuguese champion. 16-year-old Beatriz Larida Maldonado from Spain goes in the outside lane. Julia Gordachuk picked up a bronze medal at the European Championships last year in this event. Summer Schmidt has had a couple of good performances this week. The US swimmer, she goes in lane number 2. Emma Mitchik, the young 15-year-old from Croatia, great swim in the qualification heats, goes in lane number 6. Was an even better swim from this 18-year-old Agatha Pauli from France. She qualifies in 3rd position behind the big two in the centre of the pool. Tony Shaw goes in lane 5, the Paralympic Games bronze medalist. Next to the Paralympic Games silver medalist, Sofia Konkeli of Hungary. Sofia Konkeli, Paralympic Games silver medalist and European champion, goes alongside Tony Shaw of Great Britain in the centre lanes. The great Natalie Dutoy holds the world and championship records. The South African's mark unlikely to be beaten tonight. The big two in the centre, Liz. Gotta think this is going to be a contest between Sofia Konkeli and Tony Shaw.
Yeah, what they want to make sure that they do is not get sucked into each other's race plans. There's been a lot of close finishes in these S9 women's races already this week. And Tony Shaw, she picked up a bronze medal earlier in the week, but she's also been in that 4th place position that she doesn't want to be in again. So she won't do that this time. She will swim her own race here. And you can see her going well there, turning first at the first 50, only 0.13 from Summer Schmidt up in lane 2 for the United States of America. And it is the young French lady, Pauli, going well as well at this stage. But Sofia Konkeli, she finishes very, very strongly in all of her races. She came through at the end to take that 100 meters butterfly, but there you can see the American Schmidt going very well in the early stages.
Summer Schmidt, she represented the USA in the Paralympic Games last year. She made the final in this 400 freestyle as well, finishing in 7th position. Tony Shaw just heads the American Nata Paoli from France. It's her major international debut here in Madeira. She was 4th in the world rankings this year, but she's really stepped it up in the heats this morning, and she's going along very nicely in the final. Tony Shaw still leads Conkley as they come down to the 150 mark. This 400 freestyle was on day 1 of the Paralympic programme. Tony Shaw picked up the first medal in the pool for the Great Britain team on that occasion, and she's looking great in the early stages, but Conkley still very close, and Summer Schmidt having a great race in these early stages.
Yeah, Schmidt going well up there at the top of the shot. You can see her now swimming. Very similar impairment to Tony Shaw, who's swimming in lane 5. And you can't read too much into the positions in this race, because in the heat this morning, they were coasting through it. In fact, I saw Tony Shaw earlier today, and she said that they didn't have to go that fast, so they were all playing it pretty safely. And you can see now Conkley edging her way up. She's going with Tony Shaw, but it is Shaw that leads at the halfway point, 2:21.97 for Schmidt, holding on to that second position at this stage.
Yeah, Schmidt from the USA there having a very good week here in Funchal at these championships. A number of great performances. Some of the big names missing from the US team, but the youngsters have really stepped up this week, and they've taken some surprise gold medals. There is Summer Schmidt. She's in a great position here. Conkley now trying to come back on Tony Shaw, and she's just gone ahead of the American, but Tony Shaw has that lead around about a second there as they go over to the 250 mark.
Yeah, Tony Shaw very much has swum her own race here. Sophia Conkley, though, now looking to go to the legs. Shaw can go to her legs too, but Conkley fighting to make sure that she doesn't leave herself with too much to do in that final 100 metres. But Tony Shaw has given herself a real chance here.
Well, Tony Shaw and Sophia Conkley, they have competed against each other the last few years. Tony Shaw had a very successful World Championships back in 2019. 2 silvers, 2 bronzes individually, and a couple of relay golds as well, and she has got the edge on Sophia Conkley. We know the Hungarian has got a very, very strong finish, but Tony Shaw in a great position here as they're coming up to the final turn. Summer Schmidt is clear in 3rd position. Looks like it's going to be another medal for the US team in bronze medal position, but the gold and silver still up for grabs here as they come to this final turn.
Yeah, Tony Shaw still holding on to that lead as we go into the final 50 metres. We'll watch the clock. Conkley has managed to shave a 1/10 of a second off the lead, but there's still a lot to do. And now you can see Tony Shaw kicking for home. That camera angle is confusing everybody, but Sophia Conkley is making her move. Tony Shaw will dig deep.
Well, Tony Shaw is digging deep. Is she going to hold off the challenge of Sophia Conkley from Hungary? The Hungarian looking really, really strong in the closing stages here. It is going to be really close here. Maybe Conkley might just have it. Is it going to be Tony Shaw into the wall? It's going to be close. It's Tony Shaw who takes it in 4:45.55. Conkley in 2nd position, and in 3rd place it is Summer Schmidt for the USA. But what a battle between the 2 Paralympic medalists, and this time it's Tony Shaw who comes out on top. She is the world champion.
What a race.
Well, she worked hard for that one. She went out. She knew that this lady in the picture now would have that strong finish, and she absolutely did. But Summer Schmidt of the USA, she went out for it as well. And we've seen a lot of fast swimming from lanes outside on the edges of the pool, and another medal won there from lane 2.
Well, what a great swim there from Great Britain's Tony Shaw, just getting in ahead of Sophia Conkley. The Hungarian was coming back all the time, but what strength from the 18-year-old Tony Shaw.
And it really did come down to the wire there. Tony Shaw kept her head. Sophia Conkley swam her own race, and Conkley didn't do anything wrong there. She did have a really, really strong last 100 metres. That will have been her game plan all along, but Shaw just dug deep, and maybe motivated by a few of those 4th place finishes, she didn't want to be on the wrong end of this touch, and it paid off. she could now call herself an individual world champion.
Just in there, Tony Shaw, 0.14 of a second. Look at that. She timed that absolutely perfectly with her good arm, Tony Shaw, and that's what made the difference. Thought that Conkley was just going to come past Tony Shaw in the closing stages, but the Great Britain swimmer really held on well. Tony Shaw takes the women's 400 metres freestyle title in the S9 classification. Sophia Conkley from Hungary in silver medal position, and Summer Schmidt from the USA with the bronze. Well, that was a good race, wasn't it, Liz?
It was, and I think it might have just set us up for what we're in store for tonight. The men will follow out in just a moment or two, and it's a very, very loaded final for their S9 400 metres freestyle final again. So everybody just needs to catch their breath before we go for round 2.
Oh, well, the Italians will have good chance here in this 400. Simone Barlam's been absolutely on fire, and he is in this race. Men's 400 metres freestyle. S9. First of the 2 Spanish swimmers in this one, Ariel Schrenk-Martinez goes in lane number 8. Barry McClements from Ireland in his second final of the week, the Irish swimmer. 18-year-old Belgian Sam de Visser goes in lane number 7. 3 times a world champion in this event, Brendan Hall of Australia. He will be a threat from lane 2. A world champion from 2019, Jacobo Garrido-Brun, finished well in the heats this morning. He goes in lane number 6. William Martin, the Paralympic champion from Australia. 2 silvers already this week. Dearly love to claim a gold medal. And here is the man who has claimed 2 gold medals, Simone Barlam of Italy, world record in the 100 freestyle. He's behind this man in qualification, Hugo Didier of France. Paralympic silver medalist Brendan Hall still has the world record, set that when he won the world title in Montreal in 2013. The only man that's been under the 4:10 mark. Hugo Didier in the fast lane, the French swimmer in lane number 4. Simone Barlam, world record swim in the 100 freestyle, goes in lane number 5. The 2 Australians will be a threat in 2 and 3. Martin, the Paralympic champion. Didier, the Paralympic silver medalist. The world record holder, Brendan Hall.
Well, it is Simone Barlam, William Martin and Brendan Hall who enter this race as the 3 fastest men in the world this year, with less than a quarter of a second separating them. So we can be sure that there is going to be a battle over these next 7.5 lengths. But as is tradition, that blue hat of Italy, Simone Barlam there in lane 5, turning first at the first turn. 28.63 for him. World champion Garrido-Brun of Spain going very well in these early stages, and Brendan Hall trying to stamp his authority too. But there is a very long way to go.
There is indeed. Brendan Hall there just heading his teammates, all very cagey in these opening stages of this one. They're just coming down to the 100 mark. Brendan Hall had a long unbeaten run in this event, took the world title in 2010, 2013 and 2015, and he was just pipped by the Spanish swimmer for that title in 2019. Barlam with the blue cap just leads the field there. Hugo Didier to the left of Simone Barlam there, the French swimmer who has impressed us this week. Liz, he has really come through. His times have improved over the last couple of years, and the Frenchman silver medalist in the Paralympic Games last year. Just missed out by around about a second to Martin of Australia.
Yeah, and Ugo Didier has been finishing strongly all week here in Funchal. He turned 5th in the 100 metres to come through for a brilliant position on the podium, and we can see already, typically he leaves it a bit later, but he's gone already and he's overhauled Barlam. He's now got about body length lead and still going well. It is defending champion Jacobo Garrido Brun for Spain and Brendan Hall in that yellow hat of Australia at the top of the picture, but at the halfway point it's Ugo Didier leading the way for France.
Brendan Hall just in at second position there. Barlam now dropped to third position. That blue cap of the Italian, but this is impressive from Ugo Didier. We've seen him swim well in the individual medley as well to come through to take a silver medal for that. Barlam just on the feet of Ugo Didier now. Didier will be aware that Barlam is likely to be strong if he is in contention in the latter stages of this race. But Didier now with about 0.7 of a second of an advantage. Barlam still trying to stay in contention with the Frenchman here as they come down towards the 300 mark.
Well, Didier went into that wall well, but it was Barlam that got the better push off the wall, and he's a tall man. He made up some distance there, but Didier breathing towards the Italian. In fact, they're breathing towards each other, so they're very aware of their positions as we turn to go onto that final 100 metres and expect there to be fireworks.
Well, Barlam is closing with every stroke, showing his strength here. He's taking it to Ugo Didier now as they come down towards the 350 mark. They'll come down towards that final turn. They're breathing away from each other now. Ugo Didier and Simone Barlam absolutely stroke for stroke as they come into this final turn.
Yeah, Didier will try to hold on. We'll expect Barlam to have the better of the turns, and you can see there only marginally, but it did open up a little bit. 6 100s separating the two athletes as they come down to these final stages. They are now breathing toward each other. That does up the pressure, and Barlam trying to pull away from the Frenchman.
Oh, the blue cap of Italy, maybe just edging it now. What has Ugo Didier got left in these closing stages? They're coming in to the last 5 metres now. It looks like it's going to go to Barlam. Didier kicks again, but it does go to Barlam. 4:10.78. A sensational time for Simone Barlam. He's the champion again. It's a European record for him. Ugo Didier in the silver medal position again. The Frenchman gave absolutely everything there. And Brendan Hall from Australia will pick up another World Championship medal, his 5th World Championship medal across the years. But the Italians celebrate, and no wonder. That was an incredible swim again for Simone Barlam.
Well, there is Brendan Hall with that bronze medal. You can see Will Martin once again finishing a race, looking at the scoreboard, maybe in a bit of disbelief here. He swam so well at the Paralympic Games last year, but this is such a competitive event, and we said it was going to be close, and it came down to the wire, and Simone Barlam with a superb victory there. Ugo Didier, though, what a time from him as well. They pushed each other on, and these two are getting very used to racing each other a lot, and it's not the last battle we've seen between those two.
Absolutely not. Simone Barlam, what strength he had in the closing stages, as did Ugo Didier as well. Barlam we expected to go out fast, which he did, but in that centre part of the race, the middle part of the race, it was Ugo Didier who tried to force himself on the Italian and just force a lead there. But in the end, Barlam, what strength he showed in that final 100.
Yeah, Didier tried to go early. He tried to break the field, but because he knew Simone Barlam would have that fast finish, the good push off the wall, the good kick, and it did. It was so close, and in the end, Didier probably took a stroke and a half extra. He could have glided in there a little bit, but it still wouldn't have been enough to beat Simone Barlam here tonight.
Well, a real quality race in the men's 400 freestyle S9. Simone Barlam takes the title in a new European record ahead of the Frenchman Ugo Didier and another World Championship medal for Brendan Hall of Australia. Well, excellent 400 freestyles we have seen. We now move on to the women's 100 metres butterfly in the S10 classification. 17-year-old New Zealand swimmer Lily Mason-Fox leads them out. European champion Alessia Scortaghini, she might be a threat from the outside lane. She goes in lane number 1. Silver medalist in the 50 freestyle here in Madeira. Maria Barreta Zapata of Colombia. 13-year-old Kasenga Hots from Hungary picked up a surprise medal in the 400 freestyle a couple of days ago. There is Lisa Kruger. 2 gold medals to her name so far at these championships. A former European champion in this event. Olivia Jaboyska, 400 metres, silver medalist. Also a medalist in this event at the World Championships. There is the world and Paralympic champion Michaela Jenkins of the USA. But the fastest into this final was Jasmine Greenwood of Australia, the Paralympic silver medalist, the World Championship bronze medalist. Greenwood has been on good form this week. She qualifies fastest from the heats this morning. Michaela Jenkins close behind in second position. They were the only 2 swimmers under the 110 mark. We know there are swimmers elsewhere in the field who are capable of breaking that 110 barrier. Notably Scortaghini right up there in lane number 1, the Italian.
Yes, Scortaghini will be a danger up there in lane 1 for Italy. In the heats this morning, it was all a bit cagey, not much to separate the athletes, but that yellow cap of Australia's Jasmine Greenwood going very well down this first 50 metres. She does have the advantage over Michaela Jenkins off the start, but Jenkins tends to come through strongly in the latter stages of the length. And as we go into the turn, all eyes will be on the scoreboard as Greenwood turns first, 30.99, just 0.23 ahead of Jenkins, with Kruger of the Netherlands going well in lane 6 for third at this stage.
Oh, a really close contest here at the front of the field. It's the yellow cap of Australia. It's Greenwood, maybe just edging it, but here comes Michaela Jenkins with that black cap of the USA. Lisa Kruger is not out of this one yet. It may be the yellow cap of Australia just holding on. Lisa Kruger trying to come back now in the closing stages. It could be Greenwood, the yellow cap, on the finish, and it goes to Kruger by 4/100ths of a second. What a finish from the Netherlands swimmer. 108.07. Lisa Kruger is the world champion. Jasmine Greenwood in the silver medal position, and Michaela Jenkins in the bronze. Lisa Kruger, how strong was she in the closing stages of that one?
Well, she just came through like a train at the end there. Jasmine Greenwood just processing that result there. She did everything she could. She attacked it from the front, and it just comes down to the meeting of everybody at the end, and it all was on that touch. And Lisa Kruger was just the person who she looked like she was coming through, but actually what it means is she was slowing down the least there in those closing stages, and she held on there to take the victory. She turned third, finished first.
Well, it was a really close contest there at the front. Greenwood took it out as we thought that she might. We've seen her go very fast in the opening stages of her event so far this week. Jenkins had a good turn. Greenwood had the better of the turn, but Kruger coming back in the closing stages. Scortaghini right at the top, wasn't too far away from the medals as well, but in the end, all on the touch. Oh, and Lisa Kruger just takes it. The gap was only 4/100ths of a second. And Lisa Kruger always very expressive at the end of races. Swim, Lisa, swim. She absolutely did.
Yeah, do you remember when she won the European Championships? And do you remember how she celebrated? She was so shocked to win, and they've got such a good following, the Dutch. The team, we always got the Orange Army in, they always make good noise. They're getting a bit of rivalry from the Polish fans here this week, but a very well supported team and a great victory there for Kruger.
Lisa Kruger wins the world title by 4/100ths of a second ahead of Jasmine Greenwood of Australia, with Michaela Jenkins of the USA in the bronze medal position.
In lane 8, representing Spain, David Levesque.
The men's 100 metres butterfly in the S10 classification, led out by David Levesque. His first World Championships back in 2002, the Spanish swimmer Alan Ogrzalek, European medalist last year in the 400 freestyle. Alexander Elliott, 400 freestyle medalist here at these championships. And Riccardo Menciotti, the first of two Italians in this final. James Hollis, man, making his comeback for the Great Britain team. We haven't seen him at a major championship since 2014. He's back in a final again. 16-year-old Alex Safi from Australia will go alongside his teammate Cole Pearce, the world champion at the World Championship Paralympic Games bronze medalist. But the man who is the favourite for this one, 3 gold medals already to his name at these championships this week, is the Italian Stefano Raimondi. Raimondi tops the world rankings this year.
This is the men's
fastest from the qualification heats this morning. The Australians on either side of him. World record and championship record held by Maxim Krypak of Ukraine. Raimondi and Cole Pearce, 2 Paralympic Games medalists last year and World Championship medalists back in 2019.
Yeah, and getting away well there in the middle is that blue cap of Stefano Raimondi. Cole Pearce had a brilliant 200-metre individual medley, showed his butterfly strength there, but Raimondi already going for this one. He knows that the Australians finished fast. He knows that James Hollis is swimming well, but Raimondi will lead at the turn.
Raimondi goes over very, very fast, 25.48. It's a 1.5 seconds lead over Cole Pearce and his countrymate Menciotti. But Raimondi, well, he means business here. It's a blanket finish here almost for the rest of the field, but Raimondi is away and clear, and he is ahead of the 2 Australians on either side of him. It's going to be an excellent swim from Stefano Raimondi. He is going to take this one by a clear margin, just outside the world record time. Raimondi takes it, Cole Pearce in for 2nd place, and it's 2 medals for Australia. Alex Safi taking the bronze in 58.20, just ahead of Menciotti and Hollis. The Italians celebrating, and that was an incredible swim there from Raimondi.
Yeah, he signalled his intent from the start. We saw, well, then we can see the Australians celebrating because they had 2 superb swims to take the silver and the bronze medal. Alex Safi swimming exactly as he did in the heats. He went out a bit slower than everybody else. He turned 4th, but he came back like a train and got himself on that podium. All smiles there for Cole Pearce. He's upgrading his Paralympic Games bronze medalist to a silver. But the Italians are, again, another very well-supported team here. And actually, Raimondi attacked that exactly the way that Simone Barlam attacks his races. So it's a bit of an Italian trait here. Lead out from the front and just blow the field away, because whilst the chase and pack were coming back and in their own little battles, he was clear of the field. And Riccardo Menciotti, his teammate, held on to that 2nd position for about 70 metres of the race. But the Australians came through strongly to take the silver and the bronze medal to join the incredible Raimondi on the podium.
Raimondi delighted with that one, slaps the water at the end. 54.67 for the Italian. a championship record for Stefano Raimondi of Italy to take that title in the men's 100 butterfly S10. An oceanic record for Cole Pearce of Australia. He finishes in the silver medal position ahead of his teammate Alex Safi, who takes the bronze.
The women's 50 metres freestyle S4 final.
At poolside, just out of the pool, 100-meter race. That was a tough one. Very competitive.
Very competitive this year. I mean, I gave it all I could. Followed my race plan, warmed up properly, did everything I could. Not the result I was hoping for, but still got to swim, still had fun.
Good for you. That turn looked good. It looked at the turn that something was coming there and you were trying to wind it up.
Yeah, I felt really confident going into the turn. I didn't know exactly where I was, but it felt really solid. I guess it was just the second 50 that got me.
Does it say something about this race in particular, because it looked top to bottom like a very, very competitive race?
I think we'll have to see in the coming days. I have more 100 meters to come. That was my first 100 of the meet. I was able to finish the 400 pretty strong, so it might have just been that event tonight.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Da Cruz, both members of the Brazilian relay team who took gold at these championships. Rachel Watson, a double Paralympic champion in this event. She won in 2016 and last year in Tokyo. She goes in 5, but the world record holder Tanja Schultz from Germany goes in lane number 4. Tanja Schultz set that world record in Berlin in April this year. She goes in the centre lane. She'll be a big favourite for this one. Tanja Schultz, relative newcomer to Paralympic swimming. Acquired her impairment as a result of an accident in 2020.
50 metres freestyle S4 final.
She's gone over to the side. Tanja Schultz will get in from the side of the pool. There she goes. We spoke about Tanja Schultz before this. She's been a real star for the German team since coming into the team just earlier this year.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot about this throughout the week. People acquiring their impairments, having to really adjust to life, and you can see her there getting in from the side of the pool. Some of the athletes will start from the block. Some of them will do a sit start. They've all got their own techniques that they've developed, but in that sense, Tanja Schultz is still learning those finer skills, but once she's up and into her stroke, she's really, really effective and efficient.
We talked about her connection with Kirsten Brun, the great German champion, who also became a Paralympic swimmer as a result of an accident. And she has been coaching and mentoring Tanja Schultz this year. World record holder goes in lane number 4. Good start from the two Brazilians. They are fast away. Marta Fernandes Infante there, one lane up. Also a good start for the Spanish swimmer.
Yeah, the Spanish swimmer, they're doing butterfly at the top of your picture, and the two Brazilian hats still going very well, but you can see that turnover of speed from the arms of Tanja Schultz as she comes through the centre to hit the front, and Rachel Watson trying to follow. She's coming through as well, and the battle is on, but the Germans looking strong here for another title.
Well, it is going to be Tanja Schultz, I think. It's going to be just outside the world record mark, 38.09. Tanja Schultz takes it ahead of Rachel Watson in second position. In third place, it is Lydia Vera da Cruz of Brazil, just getting in ahead of her teammate Parisha Pereira dos Santos. But once they got up into the strokes, it was Tanja Schultz there. Rachel Watson, she will take the silver this time, Paralympic champion. And that'll be bronze to Brazil. But Tanja Schultz, as you said, Liz, once she got up and into her stroke, she hit the front very quickly.
Yeah, she's got a very fast shoulder rotation, which really helps her on these shorter sprint events. We saw a great 100 metres freestyle from her at the beginning of the week. She broke the championship record twice in one day, so she's in form. She's just getting more quicker pretty much every time she swims. She missed that world record here tonight, but for her tonight it was all about getting another victory.
That's a great freestyle technique that we saw there as she came into the wall. For the level of impairment she's got, she does a fantastic job keeping that technique very flat and very efficient. Tanya Schultz takes the gold in the women's 50 freestyle S4 ahead of the Paralympic champion Rachel Watson from Australia. It was a Brazilian tussle for the bronze, which was won by Lydia Vieira da Cruz.
Watson making the way out. Silver medal winner here, of course, you mentioned back-to-back Paralympic gold medals, so she'll have an eye on Paris, perhaps thinking.
There's Tanya Schultz.
Are they the challenge?
Just making her way
getting the bronze
out of the pool there. The swimmers will go round. They'll go round to the mix zone. The media behind the scenes waiting for the interviews, but she's got to be delighted with her first World Championships. The smile on her face says it all.
Yeah, she's swimming really well. It's one thing doing really good times when nobody's watching or when you're at a meet, and especially she swam really well in Berlin, which is obviously her home competition, and just everything's a bit more familiar, but she's upped it again. She's brought her A game here and she's reaping the rewards with another gold medal.
On to the men's 50 freestyle for the S4 classification. Andreas Ehrenhofer. We saw his celebration earlier in the week when he took a medal in the individual medley. He goes in lane number 8. Jo Gi-sung from Korea. 3 gold medals in the Rio Paralympic Games in 2016 for the Korean. Paralympic Games bronze medalist from Italy. Luigi Beggiato goes in 7. Ariel Malyar, one of the 2 Malyar brothers here at these championships, had an excellent swim to qualify in lane number 2 from the heats. 2 bronze medals already this week for this man, Angel de Jesus Camacho Ramirez. He goes in lane number 6. Taka Suzuki from Japan, Paralympic Games silver medalist, Paralympic Games gold medalist in lane number 5, Ami Omer Dadon of Israel. But they were all eclipsed in qualification by this man, Cameron Leslie, the world champion from 2019, and a new world record in the heats this morning.
Yeah, Cameron Leslie definitely the favourite for this one. He sat out the Paralympic Games, but he's back and swimming better than ever. First man to dip under the 37 mark here this morning. Let's see what he's got tonight.
Cameron Leslie will go in lane 4 next to the Paralympic champion, Ami Omer Dadon. Cameron Leslie likely to get the better start from Dadon, but once they get into their stroke, Dadon may well close the gap. Dadon going from the water. Leslie going from the block, as will Suzuki, as will Camacho. Can Cameron Leslie follow up that world record swim from this morning?
Well, Leslie and Suzuki got very similar strokes there. You'll see in lanes 4 and 3. Ami Omer Dadon of Israel did get away well there in that white hat in the closest yellow lane to us, and it is a bit of a tussle at this stage. Cameron Leslie with that high stroke rate trying to repeat his efforts of this morning, but Ami Omer Dadon going with him.
Well, the Paralympic champion against the world record holder. It's a real head-to-head battle. It looks like Dadon might just take this one. He comes into the closing stages, and it is goal for Israel. The world record has gone again. 36.25 to Ami Omer Dadon. He's the world champion. Cameron Leslie hits silver for the New Zealander. Faster again for the New Zealander, but he was beaten by the Israeli. The bronze medal will go to Taka Suzuki for Japan. But what a swim from Ami Omer Dadon to take out Cameron Leslie.
Well, this morning it was Leslie that asked the questions, and this evening it was Dodon that answered them. All smiles there from both athletes, because Cameron Leslie, he swam quicker, he broke the world record again, but someone else broke it by more, and there's nothing you can do about that. But Amioma Dodon backing that up, dealing with the pressure. What a swim, what a race.
It was absolutely superb. Leslie went from the blocks. We thought Dodon might be behind in the early stages, but he wasn't. He was absolutely right there the whole way through. And Cameron Leslie, well, he tried to up the stroke rate in the closing stages, but Dodon was just too fast. A world record swim to take gold at the World Championships, and it had to be, because Leslie was a world record breaker as well in that final. Amioma Dodon takes the world title in the men's 50 freestyle S4, 36.25. Another improvement on the time for the former world record holder Cameron Leslie of New Zealand, and Taka Suzuki taking the bronze for Japan.
Well, these races just keep on coming, don't they? The entertainment is there for us all to see tonight. Tight battles, world records.
Almost every single race we have seen some really close contests, records being broken. Let me move on now to the next race, which is the women's 50 metres freestyle S8 classification. Jean-Marc from Germany in lane number 8, bronze medalist in the backstroke earlier this week. The Mexican Paulo Rubalcaba Nunes in lane number 1. The 18-year-old from Croatia is Paula Novina, goes in lane number 7. The 15-year-old from Poland, great support from the Polish fans in the stands here. She goes in lane number 2. Silver medalist in the backstroke earlier this week, Katarina Denisenko from Ukraine in 6. Commonwealth Games silver medalist in 2018, Abby Tripp from Canada. And in the middle lane, Cecilia Geronimo de Araujo from Brazil, the Paralympic Games silver medalist. And the Italian, who has been having a great week here in Madeira. 2 gold medals to her name so far in the individual events, including one in the 100 freestyle yesterday. Zina Francesca Palazzo in lane number 4. Well, big 2 Liz in the middle lane. Palazzo has been really good this week.
Yeah, Palazzo's just managed to get on the right end of a couple of those tight finishes that we've talked about. She was looking strong this morning, but it could go anywhere, couldn't it?
Cecilia Geronimo Araujo, really better known as a sprinter. Palazzo, better known over the longer freestyle distances, but she did head the Brazilian in qualification just by 5/100ths of a second. Blue cap of Italy, yellow cap of Brazil in those middle lanes.
And as they pop up, it is the yellow cap of Brazil for Geronimo de Araujo that got the better start, and she'll know that she needs to, because Palazzo is chasing, as is Abby Tripp of Canada, and Denisenko going well too.
Yeah, Denisenko had a good start, but it looks like the Brazilian now, Geronimo de Araujo. Has Palazzo got any answer in this closing stages here? It's going to go to Brazil. It's Geronimo de Araujo, 30.97, the fastest time in the world this year to take gold. It's silver this time for Palazzo, and it was Denisenko from Ukraine who takes the bronze just ahead of Canada's Abby Tripp. But the sprinter, well, she has done it. It's Cecilia Geronimo Araujo, the Paralympic Games silver medalist, is now the world champion.
Well, as they celebrate, you saw there Denisenko trying to focus on the board at the other end to see if there was confirmation of a medal for her.
There's Abby Tripp just missing out on the medals. The Canadian this time in 4th position. And there is the champion. The Brazilians continuing this great run.
Yeah, again, when we say, don't we, success breeds success, and when there's momentum within your squad, you don't want to be someone who misses out on all of that joy. But it was close and it lived up to the hype. And Geronimo had to be quick off that start because Palazzo was closing in those final stages. Geronimo still had a significant lead, about 15 meters to go, but by the end, there was not a lot in it at all.
Absolutely. The yellow cap of Brazil just getting it. Denisenko had a good start with that white cap, and that held her through to the final, that bronze medal position. And there is the Brazilian celebrating. Cecilia Geronimo de Araujo takes the world title in the women's 50 freestyle S8, ahead of Xenia Francesca Palazzo and ahead of Katarina Denisenko. Another really close contest there, Liz. And we move on to the men's race as well. Brazil with a good chance in this one. Also the fastest qualifier. Swimmers are led out by Luis Semyonovs, Latvia, the Latvian representative here at these World Championships. Alberto Amadeo, winner of the 400 freestyle on day 1 of these World Championships. Luis Andrade Guillen, World Championship bronze medalist back in 2017, goes in lane 7. Sergio Mardo.
Abby Tripp just out of the pool in the women's 50 free, 32.87 and a 4th place finish.
I cannot hear anything in here. The vibe is amazing.
It's so loud. 4th place finish. How did the race go for you?
Yeah.
How did it go for you?
I mean, I was just focused on the process for this race. I think the most important thing was just to execute my race the way I planned, and I think I did that really, really well. I'm not known as being a sprinter, so to place 4th, I mean, a couple years ago I was 10th, so it's still a major, I mean, I'm moving up the ranks, so.
Good for you. In a 50, help us out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, that's a short distance to have much of a plan, but it's possible in there.
Well, really just like, it's all about kind of being the best you can be for that 32 seconds. So getting off the block cleanly, getting in the water for me to get my hips up as much as possible, and then to keep my head down and dive for the wall.
Way to go, Abby.
Thank you.
4th place finish in the 50 free.
Still the Greek Golos with that red cap of Poland, hoping to get on the medal podium as well.
As they emerge, it is Silva de Souza of Brazil in that gold cap that leads the way with that windmill stroke, but you can see Michalczak trying to get back on level terms.
Well, again, it's going to be a very tight contest. It might just be Silva de Souza with the edge. Michalczak is coming back. Golos right there in the mix as well. Oh, can he time the finish? It is Silva de Souza who takes it. Michalczak into silver medal position. And Golos with the bronze medal for Poland. Well, Silva de Souza, it all came up to the final few strokes. It was all about who could time that finish correctly. The first 3 swimmers all swimming with one arm, and I think it was just Silva de Souza who timed it perfectly, just ahead of Michalczak, and Golos taking a medal for Poland. He'll be delighted with that one.
Well, again, these races have had it all, and Silva de Souza, he doesn't look like he quite believes that he actually got his hand to that wall first. He's very calm. Oh, here it comes. There's the celebration. I think these 50 meters freestyle, the speed, there's so much tension in them sometimes, and at one point it looked like Michalczak had actually gone ahead. But then in that final stroke, as we've said so many times tonight, it was de Souza that took the victory.
Well, hopefully we'll see the the finish, just the timing of that last stroke, and it was absolutely perfect for Silva de Souza. Golas was right there in the mix as well, the pole, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a brilliant swim there to get on that podium. But Silva de Souza finally realising, I think, his potential.
Gabriel Silva de Souza is the world champion in 27.19. Demostenes Mikulinzakis, a silver medal for the Greek this time. And Mikael Golas, the bronze for Poland, just ahead of Canada's Felix Cowan. Well, we can take a breath now, Les. What a first set of finals that has been tonight. And we move on now to the medal presentation. So a few victory ceremonies for you to enjoy now, starting with that women's 100 breaststroke in the SB5 classification.
The medals will be presented by Vice President of the Madeira Social Security Institute.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo Sr. Vice-Presidente do Instituto de Segurança Social da Madeira.
Felix Cowan just out of the pool, a fourth place finish in the men's 50 freestyle, 27.63. How did the race go?
Yeah, it's the best time in a Canadian record, I believe, so that's pretty good.
It's great. Did it just feel like it all came together?
Yeah, I'm like 0.1, I think, from the third place, so like I didn't really think I would make the final, and then I'm fourth place, so I'm just really happy right now.
Feels to me, watching you this week and the event after event, that you're starting to get things rolling.
Yeah. Well, I came here to get experience, and I mean, that's what I did, so I'm really happy.
Right now it's the accreditation around your neck, but do you think there's still a chance that there might be a medal before the end of the week?
I have one more event tomorrow, 200 IM, and then possibly the relay on the last day. So I'll try my best.
Felix, good job. Fourth place finish and a Canadian record. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Da Grã-Bretanha,
Grace Harvey. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Great Britain.
por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Grã-Bretanha.
Madeira, your medal winner.
Madeira, ex-medalhada.
The victory ceremony for the women's 400 meter freestyle S9.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 400 metros livres femininos classe S9.
Winner of the bronze medal representing United States of America.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação dos Estados Unidos da América.
Summer Schmidt. Winner of the silver medal representing Hungary.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Hungria.
Sofia Konkoi. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Great Britain.
A vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Tony Shaw. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Grã-Bretanha.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, eis as medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 400-meter freestyle S9.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 400 metros livres masculinos, classe S19.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Australia.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Austrália,
Brendan Hall. The winner of the silver medal representing France.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da França,
Hugo Didier. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Italy.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação da Itália,
Simone Bala. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Italy.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Itália.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, eis os vossos medalhados.
First set of medal presentations are over. There's the scene outside the Pintara Olympic Swimming Pools complex. Another beautiful day in Funchal. And what a night. What a night we've had in the pool so far, Liz. Incredible.
Yep, there's been hardly any time to catch your breath. You can see the Swedish supporters feeling the heat in here. Not sure if it's the heat or you're fanning just from the recovery of the crazy swimming that we've seen. It's been impressive. Look at this.
Well, there's how we stand so far. Italy have had a good night. They've extended their lead at the top of the medal table. USA just one ahead now of Brazil. Brazil, a couple of great swims in those S8s, haven't they? Great Britain had a good night. First 2 medals for them. First 2 goals of the night.
Yeah, and Italy have hit the 40 total mark.
Yeah, they had 50 at the last World Championship, so they're well on their way to being better than that one. Oh, I wonder what else we've got in store, Liz.
Lots more action, lots more excitement, lots more breath holding as these finishes are close. But we wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely. We've got more 50-metre action now, starting with the 50 metres butterfly S7. These sprints have been extremely close tonight. Nicola St Clair Maitland leads them out, the Swedish swimmer going in lane number 8. First of the 3 Canadians, Miriam Solomon. In lane number 1, Elia Lettenberger, winner of the bronze medal in the 400 freestyle earlier this week. Naomi Somelia Manduano from Mexico, backstroke medalist this week. Very much the informed swimmer at these championships. Tess Rootliff, gold medalist in the breaststroke. There's Nikita Howard from New Zealand, gold medalist at this event back in 2015. Giulia Terzi, the Italian, the European champion, goes in lane number 5. And the Paralympic champion really burst onto the scene last year, Danielle Dorres of Canada. Great chance for a Canadian gold medal here. Danielle Dorres holds the world record. Incredible 32.99 to take gold in Tokyo last year. So 3 Canadians in this final. Solomon, Dorres and Rootliff. Giulia Terzi, European champion and Paralympic Games bronze medalist. Right next to the Canadian here is Danielle Dorres. She will get away quickly. Solomon in the outside lane. Tess Rootliff, can she pick up another medal?
Well, Tess Rootliff is having the comeback of her life here. She's swimming quicker than ever before. And it's very close in the world rankings for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. But Danielle Dorres there in that black cap of Canada, the red suit of Canada, going very well. She is the favourite and she's got a body length lead. But behind her there's a battle unfolding.
Well, Danielle Dorres now coming in, holding off the challenge of Giulia Terzi with that blue cap of Italy. It looks like it is going to be gold for Canada. Danielle Dorres into the wall now. She takes the gold. It's Terzi in the silver medal position. Another medal for Tess Rootliff as she gets the bronze for Canada. 2 Canadian swimmers will be on the podium. And look at that, what a reaction from Danielle Dorres. She can't believe her teammate has got on the podium with her. A championship record for Danielle Dorres. She's the world champion to add to that Paralympic title that she won last year.
Yeah, all stars there for the Canadians. We said Rootliff was in impressive form and she's taken a second off her time there to jump from 4th to 3rd and get on that podium.
Well, Danielle Dorres really led from the start there. And Giulia Terzi just couldn't get back on terms with the Canadian. But Tess Rootliff, she is having the meat of her life, isn't she? She can do nothing wrong.
Absolutely, she's bringing in the best time. She's got herself a full set of World Championship medals at this meet. And sometimes they say a rest is what you need. And though it was enforced, and no one would wish a broken back on anyone, she's really really refocused, and she's come back stronger than ever. Look at Doris's reaction to Tess's swim.
Yeah, Tess Rutliffe, just over a year after that broken back, she comes back into the water to claim a bronze medal here in the 50 butterfly. It's gold to Canada. Danielle Doris dominating that one. A championship record for the Canadian in 34.01. Giulia Terzi from Italy claims the silver, and Tess Rutliffe the bronze.
50 meters butterfly S7 final.
Now Danielle Doris living up to the favourites tag there in that women's 50 metres butterfly. In the men's 50 metres butterfly in the S7, 2 Indian swimmers in the outside lanes. Suyash Narayan Jadhav in lane number 1. Coming out now, we did see his teammate Nirajan Mukundan going out in lane number 8. Rudy Garcia Tolson in lane number 7, a member of that successful US relay team a couple of nights ago. Christian Sari trying to claim another medal for the South African team to add to the silver he won earlier in the week. Inaki Basalov, the champion in the 400 freestyle, the Argentinian, goes in lane number 6. First of the 2 Ukrainians, the vastly experienced Yevgeny Bolodaiko, multi-world champion medalist for Yevgeny Bolodaiko from Ukraine. Carlos Serrano Zarate, 2 gold medals to his name this week already. But the favourite will be the Paralympic Games silver medalist Andrei Trusov from.
Just out of the pool, Danielle Doris, a championship record, 34.01 in the women's 50-meter butterfly, gold medal.
I'm feeling ecstatic right now. That's my first gold medal at a world championship meet. It's kind of surreal. Yes, I medaled yesterday, but like, this is a gold medal. It's like a little level up of that, and I'm just really happy.
And a championship record with her.
Yes, previously I had no idea what the record was, so I didn't even know going into it if I could beat it. But I'm happy that I now hold that record as well.
What is 34.01? How good is that compared to, everything leading up to this?
So, leading up to this, that is a really good time. That's the best time I've done all year, so I'm very happy. It's pretty much a second off my best time, so it's all I could really ask for. Je suis vraiment fière de cette course, c'était vraiment amusant. C'est une médaille d'or, puis c'est comme le record de championnat, puis c'est incroyable, puis j'ai vraiment fière.
Congratulations, gold medal. We'll get Tess in here right now if you don't mind. Your teammate with a 3rd place finish.
Yes, I'm so happy.
What a show. 3
Christian Sari, who swims an African record in 4th position. But Serrano Zarate just coming back on Trusov all the time there. Trusov just had enough at the end.
Yeah, Trusov's such a tall figure, and he uses that height to his advantage. And we saw that he needed it at the end, just 0.1 of a second. There's really nothing in these races that we are seeing tonight. They're so close. And mentioned Basilov, who doesn't get away as well as the other athletes. He builds through the 50, but when it builds to 100, builds to 400.
Danielle has just stepped away, but Tess, bronze medal, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm pretty pleased with that swim.
3 Canadians out there, and to see Danielle do that well, that feels pretty good too.
I mean, it's pretty great to have 3 of us out there in a final, and having 3 Canadians with 8 people is pretty cool.
Not to lose anything, the bronze medal is a great achievement for you. Tell me about the race. How did it go from your swim?
Honestly, we've been working on 50 fly a lot just because we've been working on it for IM. So we really wanted to make my fly more consistent, and I think that's exactly what we were able to do. That was the best time for me. I've really been working on fly, and we've really been trying to get that together. So I just raced the person next to me, and I had fun.
Well done. 2 medals for Canada. Tess, bronze medal. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
French swimmer goes in lane number 8, Leanne Morceau, 18-year-old. In lane number 1, Karina Petrkovačová from Slovakia, 6th World Championship appearance for her. Lucien da Silva Souza, 50 metres freestyle silver medalist, goes in lane number 7. Maria Delgado Nadal, a medalist on day 1 of this World Championship. So Spain goes in 2. Alicia Berra, medalist on the first day of competition in the butterfly for Italy, goes in lane number 6. There is Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago, top of the world rankings this year, 4 golds already to her name. Anna Stetsenko, the Paralympic champion from Tokyo in 400 freestyle. And Hannah Russell, already a gold medalist at these championships in the backstroke event. She will renew her rivalry with Gomez Santiago in the freestyle events. They were gold and silver in the 50 freestyle, with the Silva Souza in the bronze medal position. Hannah Russell holds the championship record, which she set back in 2015. In the middle, Russell in 4, Stetsenko in 5. Watch out for lane 3 though, Carolina Gomez Santiago.
Well, Great Britain's Hannah Russell won her fastest time of the year to qualify for this final in that centre lane. But already you can see the strength of Gomez Santiago of Brazil in lane 3. She's just leading the way there at the moment.
She's just pulling away now from Hannah Russell in the closing stage. It's going to be a very fast time for Gomez Santiago, and it is 28.44 for her at the turn. Hannah Russell just half a second behind, and Silva Souza very close there, 0.75 behind Hannah Russell. It is a great swim from the Brazilian as she's coming down now, stretching away from the rest of the field. Fantastic race here from the Brazilian at the front. Hannah Russell in second position, holding on to that. Stetsenko coming through, the 400 champion. And here we are. Brazil will take the gold ahead of Russell. Stetsenko just behind her, 1/100th of a second.
And bronze for Stetsenko.
Well, Gomez Santiago though getting under that 1 minute mark. She's had a busy week. You can tell she worked hard for that one. Hannah Russell will be delighted with her silver medal. She's trying to find out what's going on. These athletes don't see the scoreboard, and when it's that close they don't always see where they finished in what position, but Gomez Santiago really is the in-form swimmer in this S12 category.
Another excellent swim from her. Just outside the championship record set by Hannah Russell, but she went off really blistering pace, didn't she? In 28.44. She meant business on that first 50, that's for sure. And Hannah Russell just playing catch up all the way through. Just had enough to hold off Stetsenko in the closing stages. 1/100th of a second. Oh, that was close for the finish.
Well, we talked about Stetsenko's strong finishes there, and it so nearly got her into that silver medal position. She turned 5th and then came through for that bronze. But all smiles once again for Brazil. Another gold medal going their way.
Yeah, Brazil having a good night. Great Britain also picking up a few medals, and another medal for Ukraine. That was a close contest for silver and bronze.
Please welcome the action for our next event. The men's
Gomez taking their 5th gold medal of the week. And on to the men. Another great final in prospect.
In lane 2, representing Spain, Borja Sanz Tamayo.
Borja Sanz Tamayo picked up a medal in the backstroke at these championships earlier in the week. There's Ilya Yaremenko, who's very strong in the 50 freestyle to take a silver medal. Stephen Clegg, 2 gold medals for the Great Britain swimmer in the backstroke and the butterfly. There is the man who holds the world record in the 50 freestyle for this classification and in this 100 freestyle as well, Maxim Varaksa. Raman Salai, though, will be the man to beat, the Paralympic champion from Tokyo last year. Maxim Varaksa, the world record set back in the Iceland European Championships in 2009.
This is the men's 100 meter freestyle
Very
S12.
fast, 50.91 for Maxim Varaksa. Raman Salai, Paralympic champion, headed Varaksa in Tokyo, headed Stephen Clegg. There's the 3 Paralympic medalists in the middle lanes. Clegg has turned the tables on Salai a couple of times this week. Salai taking the title earlier this week in the 50 freestyle. What can he do in this 100 freestyle? It promises to be a really close contest between those 3 in the middle. Very good start there for lane number 4, Raman Salai with early leads, and Stephen Clegg going well in second. Also going well is Yaremenko, and down here in lane number 6.
Yes, Salai has gone out like a bullet there. 24.90 for him at the turn, with Yaremenko in second and Stephen Clegg just behind in the 3rd place. But now also going very well is Yaremenko. He's trying to pull away, but it is all about Raman Salai in this one.
Well, it looks like Raman Salai not going to be beaten here. It's a real tussle for the silver medal position, but Raman Salai is coming home and he's going to take it. It's going to be silver to Clegg and bronze to Varaksa. Raman Salai made absolutely no mistake there. He dominated that one from the front. 53.07 for him, with Stephen Clegg in second and Maxim Varaksa in 3rd position.
Well, Raman Salai made sure of that one from the start. Stephen Clegg will be pleased with his silver medal there, and Maxim Varaksa finished very well. Typically we see him go out really quickly and then hold on for a position, but tonight he went out and he turned 4th and then he progressed to finish 3rd. His compatriot Yaremenko fading in the final stages. These S12 men's events, they've had smaller field, but the quality is there. All 3 Paralympic medalists were contesting that one.
Yeah, Raman Salai really took that one out very strongly. Yaremenko featured well in the early stages, but just faded in that second 50. But as they hit the halfway point, Raman Salai had a big lead over the rest of the field. It all kind of closed up. Varaksa coming back into contention, and it was very close between Varaksa and Clegg for the silver medal position. Just 3/100ths of a second in it, but no doubt about who took the title. Raman Salai taking it in 53.07. Clegg in second position and Varaksa in 3rd place. 3 Paralympic medalists on the podium again. Raman Salai taking the gold, Stephen Clegg in the silver medal position, and Maxim Varaksa with the bronze. Well, good win there for the Azerbaijani swimmer. Move back to some medal presentations. First of those being the women's 100 butterfly S10.
The medals will be presented by Technical Coordinator of Paris Swimming of the Portuguese Swimming Federation.
As medalhas serão entregues pela coordenadora técnica para a natação adaptada da Federação Portuguesa de Natação, Mariette Matias.
Winner of the bronze medal, representing United States of America.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação dos Estados Unidos da América,
Michaela Jenkins. The winner of the silver medal representing Australia.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Austrália,
Jasmine Greenwood. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing the Netherlands.
vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação dos Países Baixos,
Lisa Kruger. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional dos Países Baixos.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters butterfly S10.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros mariposa masculinos, classe S10.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Australia.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Austrália,
Alex Safi. The winner of the silver medal representing Australia.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Austrália,
Cole Pierce. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Italy.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação da Itália,
Stefano Raimondi. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Italy.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Itália.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters freestyle S4.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 50 metros livres femininos, classe S4.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Brazil.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do Brasil,
Lídia Vieira da Cruz. The winner of the silver medal representing Australia.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Austrália,
Rachel Watson. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Germany.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Alemanha,
Tanja Schultz. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Germany.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Alemanha. Madeira, your medal winner! Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle S4.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 50 metros livres masculinos, classe S4.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Japan.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do Japão,
Takayuki Suzuki. The winner of the silver medal representing New Zealand.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Nova Zelândia,
Cameron Leslie. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Israel.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação de Israel,
Amilme Dadion. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Israel.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Israel.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
Back to the swimming action now. And we move on to the 200 metres
Don't forget, we need you to wear your
individual medley
mask
events.
at all times. We also want you to send us your
For the
tweets.
SM14 classification.
#Madeira2020.
So much with an intellectual impairment. There is the mascot Poncha on the boards.
James Hollis's mum in years.
Did you get his autograph?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Familiar faces, lots of
Well, you have
I
to
tried
rest.
to. We've got a picture with him.
Oh, and he's on the board, like, he's got to have a
Yes,
rest,
yeah.
right? It's quite intense being a mascot. Big responsibility. But there he is on the board.
He'll make an
Was on the
appearance.
board.
He'll make an appearance soon.
They use him to send out all the important messages like wearing a mask and cheering loudly, because no one's going to argue with a cute dolphin.
That's it. With 200 metres individual medley SM14.
In lane 8, representing Canada, Angela Marina.
Canada represented in this one by Angela Marina, goes in lane number 8. Japanese swimmer Nami Inui out there in lane number 1. Thai swimmer Kajomata goes in lane number 7. The first of the 3 swimmers from Great Britain, Louise Fiddis, medalist at Paralympic Games last year. Louise Fiddis in lane number 2. Pernilla Lindberg, world champion back in 2017 from Sweden, goes in 6. Paige Leonhardt swam well in the heats. World Games swimmer for Australia last time out in 2018. There's Jessica Jane Applegate, the second of the 2 Great Britain swimmers. Silver medalist in the 200 freestyle. 2 golds already this week to Bethany Firth of Great Britain, who goes in that middle lane in lane number 4.
This is the women's
Now Bethany Firth and Jessica Jane Applegate. That'll be 2 of the favourites for this one. They both medalled in World Championships before. Bethany Firth taking the silver in 2019. Jessica Jane Applegate taking the silver in 2015 and 2013. The only world champion in this particular heat is Pernilla Lindberg, who won the title in 2017. She goes in that yellow cap of Sweden in lane number 6.
Yeah, and it was Lindberg that had a very good breaststroke leg in the heat this morning. But that red hat of Jessica Jane Applegate will look to work the first 100 metres. There's where her strength lies. And you can see she's attacking this first 50 metres. She'll go into the turn at the end of the butterfly with a slender lead.
Paige Leonhardt going well. They are just heading Bethany Firth, but Bethany Firth, very strong backstroker, triple Paralympic champion in the 100 back. Last 3 Paralympic games in this classification have belonged to Bethany Firth in the backstroke, and she is stretching ahead, just ahead of Jessica Jane Applegate. The 2 Great Britain swimmers are forging ahead of the rest of the field. It's, well, all to play for 3rd place, but it's Jessica Jane Applegate and Bethany Firth well ahead of the rest at the halfway point.
Yeah, they turn there almost together. Applegate just edging it by 3/100ths of a second, but expect Bethany Firth to try and use the breaststroke to put some space between her and her compatriot. Applegate having a great swim here, but watch out for the breaststrokers behind. Lindbergh, Paige Leonhardt had a good butterfly, and Louise Fiddis, the Paralympic Games bronze medalist, will try to get back on level terms, but right now we see Bethany Firth start to stretch the field.
Yeah, Bethany Firth is looking good here. She is going ahead of Jessica Jane Applegate with that red cap. Bethany Firth now coming up to this final turn. The spearhead is almost perfect as Bethany Firth touches there, and she goes round ahead of Applegate, and Paige Leonhardt closed up on Jessica Jane Applegate for 3rd position.
Yeah, but Jessica Jane Applegate is a very strong freestyler. She won the 200 metres freestyle at the Paralympic Games in London in 2012, so we expect her to kick hard for home. But there's no doubt where this world title is going to go. Bethany Firth is powering into the wall.
Here comes Bethany Firth. She is going to take her first world title in this event. She claims it in 2:26.69. It is going to be gold and silver to Great Britain, Jessica Jane Applegate, and it's a 1-2-3 for Great Britain as Louise Fiddis finishes really strongly in lane number 2, just getting in ahead of Paige Leonhardt there by 7/100ths of a second. Great finish from Louise Fiddis there, but a great swim at the front of the field for Bethany Firth and for Jessica Jane Applegate.
Yeah, Fiddis worked hard for that one. She turned 8th at the halfway point after the backstroke, 4th after the breaststroke. Her and Paige Leonhardt both had brilliant breaststroke legs at the top of the pool, and then finishing strongly for another clean sweep of the medals for the Great Britain females.
Mommy Inui there, right at the top in lane number 1. She finished in 6th position. Bethany Firth out ahead of the field there as they came into the second half of that one. She was pressed by Jessica Jane Applegate up to halfway point, wasn't she, Liz?
Yeah, very much so. That would have been in both of the swimmers' race plans. Bethany Firth uses that breaststroke to put a bit of space between her, and it really did stretch the field out, but Applegate gave herself a great opportunity there, and she swam very well to get that silver medal.
Here comes Bethany Firth, no one else in sight as she takes it. Applegate takes the silver. Look at the contest for bronze. Louise Fiddis very strong at the end there, getting in ahead of Paige Leonhardt. And for the 3rd time this week, it's a clean sweep of the medals in this classification for Great Britain. Great Britain take all 3 medals in the 200 metres individual medley SM14. Bethany Firth with the gold, Jessica Jane Applegate with a silver, and Louise Fiddis with a bronze.
Women's 200-meter individual medley, Angela Marina, just out of the pool and a Canadian record. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about the race.
I just went in there having fun, see what I can do, and I'm very happy.
Have fun and go fast, it seems.
Huh?
Have fun and go fast. You went fast.
Yeah, I tried. I know with this race I haven't made a best time since before COVID. So to see a best time, it's just really shocking, and it just makes me realize I can still go best times. So I'm very happy that all my hard work finally paid off.
Good for you. Congratulations on a Canadian record.
Thank you.
Gabriel Bandera, the winner of the 200 freestyle. What can he do from lane 6? Second Ukrainian is Vasil Krajinic, European champion in 2018 and 2021. Robert Isaac Jonsson was the world champion back in 2017. He was second in qualification for this man, Nicholas Bennett from Canada. Bennett, silver medal behind Bandera in the 200 freestyle. Swam an excellent qualification heat to qualify in first position. Robert Isaac Jonsson in second, Bandera fourth place behind Krajinic from those qualification heats. But Bennett, Liz, looked really, really good at the closing stages of this individual medley.
Yeah, he's been strong all week in the final stages of all of his events, and expect that to be the case again here in this final.
World record held by Rhys Dunn of Great Britain, set to win the Paralympic title in Tokyo last year. Rhys Dunn not taking part in this final.
Well, expect a quick first 50 from Gabriel Bandera of Brazil. He's the 100-meter butterfly world record holder. That yellow hat that you can see close to us, going very well down the first 50 meters. But Nicholas Bennett does finish very strongly, and Robert Isaac Jonsson will be trying to make sure that he doesn't get caught in anyone's waves.
Bandera does lead them out, half a second almost the advantage ahead of Jonsson, with Bennett just behind in third position. It was the second half of the race that we really saw Nicholas Bennett pull through. Bandera, though, has taken this out to the rest of the field. It's very, very close for second, but Bandera will lead them through at the halfway point. Nothing to choose between 5 swimmers or so for that second position, but Bandera will lead them as they go into the breaststroke. Could this be where the others catch up on the Brazilian?
Yeah, Bandera's worked very hard there down that first 100 metres, turning in under a minute, the only athlete to do that as he comes up and into the breaststroke. But now watch there as Nicholas Bennett starts to try and make his move for Canada. They are the fastest 2 athletes in the world this year, only separated by a 1/10 of a second. Bandera will work this one really, really hard to try and keep that advantage onto the final leg.
Well, Bandera going away from the others with the exception of Nicholas Bennett, who's come through into second position now. Bandera going over on that final turn, 1:37.44. He's inside world record pace, Liz.
Well, these were the 2 gold and silver medalists in the 200 freestyles. We know that they've both got strong finishes, but Bandera is going for this one, and he's looking very, very strong. Here comes Bennett, but he might have left too much to do.
I think he might have. Bandera is going to stretch away now. It is Gabriel Bandera against the clock. Can he dip under that world record mark? I think he might. He does. 2:07.50. The world record has gone to Gabriel Bandera of Brazil. It's silver to Nicholas Bennett in 2:10.23. And a bronze to Dmitry Wanzenko from Ukraine in 2:12.78. But the Brazilians celebrate. There is the champion, the new world record holder, Gabriel Bandera.
Well, you can see what it means to him. You can see there Nicholas Bennett just processing the time that he can see on the results. He went 100 slower than he's been this year, so bang on his best time as well. But Bandera, he went for that one from the front. At the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, he was surprised by the pace of Great Britain's Rhys Dunn. He didn't go out as quickly as we knew he could. He went in with race plans to finish strongly, and that caught him out in some of the battles, but not here, not at these World Championships. He's completely changed his approach to racing, and it's paying off.
Yeah, straight up and into stroke. Gabriel Bandera on that butterfly did have a lead over Robert Isaac Jonsson by about half a second in the early stages. He got onto the backstroke, he pulled away, and on the freestyle it was only him and Bennett in the shot as they came into the final stages. He was inside world record pace all the way through, Gabriel Bandera, and there he is. He's the world champion in a new world record time. Jonsson, the Icelander, finishing in 5th position at the end, but bring it on, Bandeira. What a swim from the Brazilian. Gabriel Bandeira takes the title in the men's 200 metres individual medley in a world record time. Nicholas Bennett from Canada in the silver medal position, and Dmitry Vanzenko gets a medal for Ukraine, the bronze.
That's a big smile on the pool deck from Nicholas Bennett, coming out of the pool with a silver medal here in the 200 individual medley. Congratulations.
Thank you. There's a lot of mixed emotions right now. Most of them pretty happy.
A world record swim there by the gold medalist, so that was a fast race.
Yeah, it was a lot of pushing myself just to stay near him. He definitely gave me like probably one of the best races of the season for so far.
And 1/100th of a second off of your Canadian record, so you were right on the cusp of doing everything you could.
Yeah, I definitely felt like the backstroke part was a little bit lacking, so just got to increase that.
But you certainly made up for it in the breaststroke. That was impressive.
Thank you. We've definitely been working on the breaststroke a lot more than the backstroke, so it's definitely starting to show.
Really good. Nicholas, that's her second silver here at the event. The pride of Parksville. You want to say hi to anyone back home?
I got to say hi to probably my brother, Jacob Mobella. He's been supporting me through all this, so miss you and can't wait to see you again.
2 medals so far. Well done, Nicholas.
Thank you.
Garoa. The 2 favourites will take their place in the centre lanes. We saw Anastasia Pagonis, Paralympic champion in 400 freestyle. And the world champion in this event, the 100 freestyle, is Lisette Bruinsma from the Netherlands. She is the world record holder and championship record holder. Set that world record at the European Championships back in 2018.
This is the women's 100 meter freestyle S11.5.
Lisette Bruinsma in lane 4 for the Netherlands. Anastasia Pagonis in lane 5 for USA. Big support in the crowd for the Dutch team tonight. The USA well supported as well. S11 class. Swimmers wearing blacked out goggles. They have no vision at all. This promises to be a great battle between the 2 in the centre.
Yeah, the heat set up 2 very intense battles here. Gold and silver between Bruinsma and Pagonis, and then a fight for the bronze behind them. And it was Bruinsma that got away best off the block, but you can see that high elbow stroke of Pagonis leading at the moment ever so slightly. The American in lane 5 will come into the wall first, but the tap and the turn so important in this classification group. Only 0.16 of a second separating them as Pagonis turns first in 32.43.
Well, Pagonis very, very strong. She's the 400 metres Paralympic champion, and she's looking good here. Lisette Bruinsma now struggling to keep pace with the American. It's not all over yet, but Pagonis is looking really good. Just skirting those lane ropes. Bruinsma struggling to stay off the lane ropes here. She is closing slightly, but I think it is going to be Pagonis will take this one. It is Pagonis for the USA. Will take the world title at 1.03 seconds ahead of Bruinsma. And the bronze will go to Slovakia. Another medal for Tatiana Blatnerova right up there in lane number 2. Their second medal of the championships. But a very good swim from Pagonis. It was a head-to-head battle between the 2 as we thought it was going to be. But the winner, Anastasia Pagonis of the USA.
Well, there was very little in it at the turn, but it was Pagonis there, all smiles for the United States of America as she sort of moved away strongly in the 3rd quarter of the race, and Bruinsma just couldn't stick with the pace that Pagonis was producing to come away and take that world title.
A smile on the face of Tatiana Blatnerova as well as she exits the pool. Pagonis and Bruinsma. Was Bruinsma got away off the dive a little bit better, wasn't it?
Yeah, Brunsma definitely started more quickly, and you can see here that both of the athletes, the turns were perfect, the taps were timed to perfection, but just Brunsma got stuck on the wall a little bit, and then that was where the difference came. That's where then Pagonis made her move, took that advantage, and she had a slightly higher stroke rate as well as they came into the finish.
Well, that bodes well for the 400 freestyle for Anastasia Pagonis, arguably her #1 event. There's Blatnerova right at the top to take that bronze medal. Pagonis has done it. The result is official. Anastasia Pagonis takes the world title in the women's 100 freestyle S11 ahead of the Netherlands' Lisette Bruinsma, with another medal for Slovakia at these championships to Tatiana Blatnerova. Well, there's these arty shots we've been given there through the palm trees here in the venue here in the pool.
Well, if it's hot enough, if you close your eyes or focus on the palm tree, then you might think you're at the beach.
Well, here these swimmers coming out into the heat of the arena, led by 14-year-old swimmer from the Czech Republic, David Kratochvíl. World Championship bronze medalist out there in lane #1. It's Wendell Belmarino Perez. His Brazilian teammate goes in lane #7. Raina de Souza, Matias de Souza. There's the home favourite, Marco Meneses. Be great to see the host nation get a medal. Relay swimmer for the Spanish team. They took silver in the relay yesterday. Is Jose Ramon Cantero Avera. Mikhailo Srbin, silver medalist in the individual medley. He goes in lane #3. And another two very successful swimmers at these championships so far. Ucho Tomita, 2 bronze medals to his name here in Funchal. And right in the middle, the orange colours of the Netherlands, Roger Dorsman. 3 gold medals and a silver so far to his name. Dorsman goes in lane #4. Tomita next to him in lane #5. Dorsman, fastest in the world this year, 57.68 for the Dutchman. World record held by USA's Bradley Snyder, 56.15. There's the blacked out goggles of Roger Dorsman. Just with that evening sun coming through the skylights here in the Olympic swimming pools complex.
Yeah, and that powerful reaction off the block there from Roger Dorsman is what we've seen setting up for success so many times this week already, and he's having a great first 25 meters there as he moves away from the field. Going well at the bottom of the screen is Mateus Ryan Correa de Souza of Brazil in that bright hat, and he's keeping company with Ucho Tomita of Japan at the turn. But it will be Dorsman that leads the way, 27.07 for him. He had a great turn and he's extended that lead as we come into the final 25 metres.
He's so powerful, Roger Dorsman, and he was inside world record pace at the halfway point, only by 4/100ths of a second. Here comes the Dutchman. Can he stay off the lane ropes? Can he stay ahead of Ucho Tomita next to him? Coming into the finish now. It's a great time. It's a championship record. 56.65 for Roger Dorsman. It is Ucho Tomita with a great finish there for silver. And the bronze goes to the Ukrainian. It goes to Mikhailo Srbin, 59.31. Just ahead of Carrero de Souza of Brazil. But another excellent swim from Roger Dorsman. A 4th gold medal for Roger. He was inside world record pace there, Liz. I did think that record of Bradley Snyder's was under threat.
Well, he has signalled his intent. He's stated his intent that his mission is to take as many of these records down as possible in this S11 classification, and he's moving closer and closer to that every single time that he gets in the water. That was a really, really strong swim. Today he'll have to settle for a championship record, but hopefully his high standards won't take anything off of that, because it was phenomenal, and he had a very, very convincing victory there.
Yeah, just a battle for the minor medals there as Dorsman stretched away from the field. Tomita had a very good second 50, just holding off the challenge of Serbin, a couple of lanes up, and De Souza a few lanes down, but there we are. Punching the air there, the champion, Roger Dorsman from the Netherlands. They will go out, get the goggles checked before this result can be made official, before we can state that we have a championship record, and there we are. The result is official. Roger Dorsman from the Netherlands claims the gold, another gold here in Madeira, in a championship record, ahead of Tomita and ahead of Serbin. Well, another great set of races there, Liz. We've been just blessed with some great action tonight, haven't we?
And there's been a lot of freestyle and a lot of sprint freestyle, so it all feels like it's happening very, very quickly.
Yeah, more freestyle to come after the next set of medal presentations. Here's our view, the picture of the Madeira, of Funchal on the wall of the swimming pool. The medalists, the winners, are coming out. 50 meters freestyle S8 medal presentation on its way.
The medals will be presented by Executive Director of the Portuguese Sports Foundation.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo diretor executivo da Fundação Portuguesa do Desporto, Paulo Marcolino.
The winner of the bronze medal, representing Ukraine.
O vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Ucrânia,
Katarina Denisenko. Winner of the silver medal, representing Italy.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Itália,
Xenia Palazzo. Winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Brazil.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação do Brasil,
Cecilia Jeronimo de Araujo. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Brazil.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Brasil. Madeira, your medal winner.
The victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle S8.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 50 metros livres masculinos, classe S8.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Poland.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Polónia,
Michał Golos. The winner of the silver medal representing Greece.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Grécia,
Demosthenes Mitsotakis. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Brazil.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação do Brasil,
Gabriel Silva de Souza. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Brazil.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Brasil.
Madeira, your medal winner.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters butterfly S7.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 50 metros mariposa femininos, classe S7.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Canada.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação do Canadá,
Tess Routledge. Winner of the silver medal representing Italy.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Itália,
Giulia Terzi. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Canada.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro, campeã do mundo em representação do Canadá,
Daniel Torres. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Canada.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Canadá.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters butterfly S7.
Cerimónia de vitória para 50 metros mariposa, masculinos classe S7.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Argentina.
O vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Argentina,
Inaki Basilov. The winner of the silver medal representing Colombia.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Colômbia,
Carlos Serrano Zerate. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Ukraine.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação da Ucrânia,
Andrei Tusov. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Ucrânia.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
Medal presentations. And then you're keeping count, Liz?
I am. As if you would doubt me.
There's the pool outside. It's been a great day, hasn't it? You've been outside most of the break between sessions, haven't you?
Yeah, we were outside today doing a bit of work. It's pretty hot. There's some amazing rooftop terraces around. You can see down to the sea there, a lot of the hotels along the front, and most of them have either a pool or a terrace. Yeah, it's hot though. It's getting hotter, isn't it, this week, I think? Well, I think so.
So we're all right here in our little commentary position with our huge fan.
With our fan. The fan definitely helps because you can definitely feel, you can tell what the weather's doing outside by how hot it gets in here, and also these little windows. Can you see these little windows?
Yeah, their sun streaming in as it's going down. We saw last night the kind of shadows lengthening as the night went on. They're looking us down to the ocean. It's a really picturesque island here.
You tried to make me go for a swim. I can do all this. I can do. You made me do aqua aerobics. I can't believe I'm saying this actually live, but I've made it 36 years of my life with ever doing aqua aerobics.
You loved it though, didn't you?
Don't forget if you want to send some social media.
Is that going a bit too far?
I didn't hate it.
I almost went in the ocean today, but I thought I'd better not go in without Johnson.
Well, there you are. You could have gone in. So, you've always been such a role model for me. So, there you go.
So, quite literally test the water.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Well, the swimming pool water was sea water at the hotel. That surprised us.
It was salt anyway, wasn't it?
That's what I meant. Salt water, not sea water. That would have been impressive, wouldn't it?
I suppose, but anyway.
I hope not.
It's a great hotel room. We're having a good time here. Anyway, despite all our long sessions, isn't it? But really enjoyable.
And you can see why so many people have come on holiday and why so many supporters have come from overseas. They're getting a holiday and a swimming competition.
They are indeed, and they are enjoying the action as we are. We are going on to the next event. It is the women's 50 freestyle in the S3 classification. There is Fabiola Ramirez, the first of the 3 Mexicans in this final. Marissa Rodriguez was delighted to take a medal in the individual medley a few days ago. The Brazilian, there's the second of the Mexican swimmers there. Yip Pin Ju from Singapore, the winner of the gold medal in the 100 backstroke. In the S2 class, she's swimming up against the S3 swimmers here. Second Brazilian bronze medalist in the backstroke earlier this week. It's Pereira Barreto, most experienced of the 3 Mexicans. 33 World Championship medals to her name. Patricia Valle looking to add another one here. Coming in is Ellie Chalice. What form she is in this week? Already 2 medals to her name. The 18-year-old, gold in the 50 metres breaststroke, but she has come up against this lady in a number of events, and that's Leanne Smith of the USA. 3 individual golds for Leanne Smith, and also a gold as part of that US relay team. Sun bouncing off the water as these finalists are coming onto the blocks and into the water for this 50 metres freestyle S3. In the S3 class, Liz will see a range of impairments there. S1 to S10 for those with physical impairments, S1 being the most severe. And this is the S3 class, although we do have one S2 swimmer in it as well, swimming up.
Yeah, you have the option to swim up into the next category if the event isn't offered for your classification group, and that is what Yip Ping Zhu of Singapore is doing for this one. But lane 4's USA, Leanne Smith, is having an incredible World Championships here, and she will be the favourite for this one.
Yeah, in qualification, it was Leanne Smith and Ellie Chalice who really stretched away from the rest of the field. Patricia Valle was the only other swimmer under the 1 minute mark. Yeah, range of starts, some swimmers going from the block, some in the water. Leanne Smith away well.
Leanne Smith, she goes from that sit side. Ellie Chalice always has a good reaction, and you can see the British swimmer there going very well with that high stroke rate. But it is that single arm stroke of Leanne Smith that's proving to be so powerful here this week as she powers down the track. Ellie Chalice will be looking to get another medal at these World Championships. All of the power really on top of the water coming from Leanne Smith's right arm. Very different strokes, but she's flying.
And Leanne Smith into the finish. We'll keep an eye on this clock here, and it is a world record. It's an equal world record. You don't see that very often. 40.32, exactly the same time as the time set by Ariola Trimi of Italy in the Tokyo Paralympic Games last year. Leanne Smith takes that record time. It's a silver for Ellie Chalice again. The 2 great friends and rivals there in the centre lane, and another medal for Patricia Valle of Mexico. 58.37 for the Mexican, an improvement from her heat time. And I make it a 34th World Championship medal for Patricia Valle. What a record she has. And what a record this week that Leanne Smith has, and a world record.
Well, I thought she had it. I really thought when she went under those flags that she was going to dip under that world record. But when you equal the world record, you still get the recognition, you still get the certificate. And Ellie Chalice dipping under the 50-second mark as well. It's quite a significant barrier in this classification to get under that time.
There, the start of Leanne Smith taking her away and clear in the very early stages. Very different impairment Leanne Smith has to Ellie Chalice. High turnover of Ellie Chalice. But Leanne Smith swimming away, increasing that lead all the time and stretching for that wall at the end there with that left arm and equaling the time set by Ariola Trimmy. So that is the fastest that anyone has ever gone, and it's happened twice.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal swim, and that strong arm that Leanne Smith uses, the other one drags across the top of the water, so she doesn't get any propulsion from that when it actually probably, but it does keep her balanced out, and there we see it's such an effective stroke.
In the 50 metres freestyle for women S3, Leanne Smith equals the world record time. Ellie Chalice takes the silver for Great Britain, and Patricia Valley picks up another World Championship medal for Mexico. Oh, we've had world records every day of this World Championship, Liz, and we've had one or two. Well, we've had two tonight, one this morning.
Yeah, that was our first day where we had one in the morning session. But Leanne Smith is so strong with that pull that she gets. She uses it effectively. Completely different stroke to Ariola Trimmi of Italy, but exactly the same time.
Ariola Trimmi not at these championships, the Italian. We hope we'll see her at the future major events. You know, another one of the stars for the Italian team. They're doing pretty well without Ariola Trimmi leading the medal table. Here comes Grant Patterson leading the men's 50 freestyle final for the S3 classifications. 2 medals already for Patterson. Es Miguel Angel Martinez Trujillo, Spanish swimmer, going in the outside lane. Another 3 Mexicans in this final. There's the first of them. Marcos Rafael Zarate Rodriguez, Vincenzo Boni, European champion back in 2018 in this event. Denis Ostapchenko from Ukraine goes in lane number 6. Paralympic Games bronze medalist. Josiah Top had a very good swim in the heat. Won a medal in the individual medley earlier this week. Can he challenge the 2 Mexicans in the centre lane? Jesus Hernandez, individual medley champion, going in lane number 5. And a man with the best record in this event in recent years, Diego Lopez Diaz, world champion, Paralympic champion from last year. 2 Mexicans will start as the favourites, but Josiah Top had a very good swim in the heats. Can he force his way into medal contention again? Denis Ostapchenko has medalled at the major championships. He may be a threat. The Ukrainian in lane number 6. Lopez Diaz tops the world rankings this year with the time that he did this morning. Lopez Diaz, Hernandez side by side. And over in lane number 7 is Zarate Rodriguez. Three Mexicans, they'll be hoping to be on the medal podium. Will it be gold for Mexico in this S3 50 freestyle?
Well, very different styles in this one, and you can see it is Josiah Top of Germany in lane 3, getting off the block well and using that to go out into the lead. This is exactly what we saw this morning. The Mexican swimmers in the center lanes, chasing down that early lead and the early advantage of Top.
Yeah, Josiah Top just holding on there, but here comes Diego Lopez Diaz just next to him in lane number 4. Hernandez coming through as well, and Denis Ostapchenko top is now being headed by Lopez Diaz in lane number 4. It's going to be Mexico 1 and 2, I think. It is Lopez Diaz into the finish. Hernandez in second. And Ostapchenko in the bronze medal position. Josiah Top just misses out in 4th position, the German. But Diego Lopez Diaz, 44.85, an improvement from his heat time, the fastest time of the year in this classification to take that gold medal. Josiah Top gave absolutely everything there.
Yeah, and he swims the only way that he can. He leads out and then he has to fight really hard and hope that the wall comes before the charge of the field behind him. And on this occasion, it was Lopez Diaz and Hernandez who came through strongly and took Denis Ostapchenko with them. And it came down to another tight finish there to secure a place on the podium.
Another medal for Mexico. There is the start. As they go, some swimmers using that starting device, some getting held by their coaches and support staff. And there is where the lead changed. Josiah Top just being eclipsed by Lopez Diaz, and just at the end, the other two coming back to get in ahead of the German. Lopez Diaz, though, well, he was the class act in this field over the last few years. He retains his world title in 44.85, ahead of his teammate Hernandez, with Denis Ostapchenko taking the bronze medal for Ukraine.
Well, these sprint events just keep bringing the excitement, don't they? And there is the victorious Diego Lopez Diaz. Enjoy the moment. We saw the Mexicans are very, very strong in the S3 category, both male and female, and enjoying some success there in those last 2 races.
Yeah, the Mexicans, again, we talked a lot about role models and people seeing people with similar impairments. The Mexicans seem to almost have a conveyor belt of these swimmers in the lower classifications. The S3s, the S4s have been very, very strong over the years for Mexico.
Yeah, they've developed their training techniques over the years, the assistance that they provide their swimmers, and also, yes, once you've got a bigger pool of people, excuse the pun, you're able to start talent spotting because you can spot the trends and you can start to put those parameters in place.
Yeah, the Mexicans have certainly done that well. Over the years, they continue to grow their squad, actually. They've had a kind of a medium size, not one of the biggest nations, but certainly not one of the smallest over the years. They continue to be successful on the world stage. The women's 50 freestyle S6 finalists led out by Ayala Tufik, a medalist earlier tonight in the breaststroke. Nora Meister from Switzerland goes in lane number 8. Laila Suzigan Abate comes out for Brazil in lane number 7, followed by Nicole Turner, the Irish swimmer, medalist earlier this week for Ireland. They're having a good competition. Shelby Newkirk was the gold medalist in the backstroke. Day 2 of this competition for Canada. Ellie Marks, the Paralympic Games silver medalist, will go for the USA in lane number 3. 15-year-old Sara Vargas Blanco. Can she add another world title to the one that she won in the 100 freestyle earlier? Can Anna Hontar add her first world title this week? She has had 2 silver medals. Can she make it gold today? She was fastest in from the qualification heats. Sara Vargas Blanco, the 15-year-old, has performed extremely well this week. And Ellie Marks, Paralympic Games silver medalist in this event, ahead of Hontar, who took the bronze medal. She goes in lane number 3, and she's a gold medalist in that US relay team. Anna Hontar, though, looked very good in qualification, just getting set on the blocks by her coach, Nora Meister, there in lane number 1.
Yeah, and Anna Hunter will look to get away while she's straight up and into her stroke, because Sarah Vargas Blanco had extreme speed in the 100-meter event earlier in the week, but you can see it's Hunter going very well with a marginal lead at the halfway point.
Well, Anna Hunter just hits the front now. Can Sarah Vargas Blanco come back? Ellie Marks still in contention as well in line number 3, but Anna Hunter with that white cap, I think she is going to take this one. It is going to be gold to Anna Hunter in 32.75, and that is inside the world record mark. 32.78 it was, it's now 32.75. What a swim from Anna Hunter. She takes gold in a world record time, ahead of Sarah Vargas Blanco and ahead of Ellie Marks. And a smile on her face of Anna Hunter, I don't think she can quite believe the time. That was incredible.
I think she's just realised that when you touch the time pad in this pool, you can't see the scoreboard immediately, though there is one at each end. The in-venue announcer has a buzzer that gets pressed when there's a world record, so the scoreboard has just gone wild. But Anna Hunter there getting the result that she's shown she has potential for all week. She's been very quick in the 100-meter races to the turn, and she's been getting there first but coming out second. But obviously with the 50 meters there is no turn, and it all came together for her there.
The focus of Anna Hunter in that event would have been just to get into the wall first. She wanted to be the world champion. She wanted to beat Sarah Vargas Blanco, and she did it. And the world record, an absolute bonus for the Ukrainian.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's taken that from her compatriot, Elizaveta Mareshko. 3/100ths of a second the margin.
Anna Hunter takes the gold in a world record time, ahead of Sarah Vargas Blanco and Ellie Marks with the bronze.
And the 4th position for Shelby Newkirk of Saskatchewan. So not too off, a bit off, I'm sorry, of her Canadian record, about 8/10. She's doing well though. She won a gold medal in the 100-meter backstroke earlier at these World Championships on day 1. But it's quite good to see Shelby in the mix also now, fighting for medals in freestyle events. Alors, une 4e position pour Shelby aux 50 mètres libres, à environ 8 dixièmes du record canadien, qui est son record personnel. Mais ce qui est intéressant de ces championnats du monde-là, bien sûr, oui, la médaille d'or aux 100 mètres d'eau lors de la première journée dans la catégorie S7 pour Shelby, première fois qu'elle devient championne du monde. Mais c'est à quel point elle s'est améliorée dans les épreuves de style libre, contrairement aux athlètes dans sa catégorie. Et elle, maintenant, peut se faufiler, peut du moins penser, songer à se faufiler à la médaille. So this is a great week so far for Shelby Newkirk, and we will see her again in the relay later on this week. And I believe she might be, let me confirm, but we have one more race coming up, and she will be part of the relay in about 40 minutes. So let's go to poolside with Shelby Newkirk. She doesn't have much time. She will be racing the 4x1 medley relay 34 points in about 40 minutes.
Don't want to take too much of your time. You have another race coming, but tell us how that one went. That was a fast race.
Thank you. It was definitely better than this morning. There was a couple things I wanted to work on, and I think I achieved them. The time was a little bit slower than I was ultimately hoping for, but honestly, I'm still very happy with the results for sure.
And a world record, in another lane there. This was really speedy here.
Yeah, it was definitely a fast heat. I knew that we'd all be super, super close going into the wall, and I just really had to focus on what I was doing.
Well, we'll let you go back and focus on your next race in about 40 minutes. Well done, Shelby.
Thank you very much.
So great race for Shelby. Not much time between now and the relay. About 40 minutes. She will be racing the backstroke in the mix 4x100 medley 34 points. Also part of that relay will be James LaRue, Jack Gill, and Katarina Roxon will be part of that relay. So between now and the relay. We are at the more action in the pool. It will be the 50-meter freestyle S6. There will be also medal ceremonies, the women's and men's 50 freestyle S13, and more medals and the mixed relay in about 35 minutes or so now. So let's go back to the aquatics, the Olympic Aquatics Center in Madeira, and we will be back for the relay.
Crispin, who takes the silver medal. Ties van Hoofwegen will get the bronze for the Netherlands. A championship record again for Antonio Fantin. Another medal to the Italian team. Nelson Crispin did everything he could. Silver medal for the Colombian. And the bronze medal goes to that man there, Ties van Hoofwegen. He will be delighted to get that, the Netherlands swimmer.
Yeah, absolutely. He gave himself a chance off the block, as did Crispin Corzo. And it just so happened that as Fantin was getting faster as he built through the race, he went past everyone at about the point where they started to slow down. So it almost looked like Fantin found another gear and launched himself forward. But all smiles there for the Italian. Another superb swim to take a gold medal.
Well, Fantin has had a great championships so far. He's won the 100 freestyle, he's won the 400, he's now won the 50. Was a clear margin at the end there, but he just powered through the rest of the field there in the closing stages. Nelson Crispin, 29.68 in the silver medal position. Antonio Fantin takes the gold in a championship record time ahead of Nelson Crispin. And an excellent bronze for the Netherlands swimmer, Ties van Hoofwegen. Well, another very close race. That kind of lived up to the billing list. We knew that Fantin would kind of come back on Nelson Crispin. But he really powered through at the end, didn't he?
Absolutely, and another incredible freestyle race.
This is the victory ceremony
and
for the women's
another set of presentations on their way.
S12.
And this is for the women's S12 100 freestyle.
The medals will be presented by Assistant Vice President of Global Sport Sponsorship, City.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo vice-presidente assistente da Global Sport Sponsorship City,
Adam Lasner. The winner of the bronze medal representing Ukraine,
a vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Ucrânia,
Anna Stetsenko. The winner of the silver medal representing Great Britain,
a vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Hannah Russell. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Brazil,
a vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação do Brasil,
Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Brazil.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Brasil.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters freestyle S12.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros livres masculinos, classe S12.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Ukraine.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Ucrânia,
Maxim Veraksa. The winner of the silver medal representing Great Britain.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Stephen Clegg. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Azerbaijan.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação do Azerbaijão,
Rahman Saleh. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Azerbaijan.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional do Azerbaijão.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Salva de palmas para os medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 200 meters individual medley SM14.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 200 metros estilos femininos, classe SM14.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Great Britain.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Luis Fidesz. The winner of the silver medal representing Great Britain.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Jessica Jane Applegate. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Great Britain.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Bethany Firth. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Grã-Bretanha.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 200 metres individual medley SM14.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 200 metros estilos masculinos, classe SM14.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Ukraine.
O vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Ucrânia.
Dmytro Vansenko. The winner of the silver medal representing Canada.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação do Canadá.
Nicholas Bennett. Winner of the gold medal and world champion representing Brazil.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação do Brasil,
Gabriel Bandeira. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Brazil.
Levantem-se, por favor, se possível, para o hino nacional do Brasil.
Madeira, your medal winner.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
There's a scene outside this Olympic swimming pool complex. Again, we don't tire of seeing this, do we, Liz?
No. And the sun stays out quite a while here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Been another gorgeous day. Funchal, there's the nations. 59 nations taking part in these championships. We quite often have a flag quiz, don't we, Liz?
We do. It's very difficult though, isn't it, when they're all on that pole like that, slightly folded up. When they're hanging from the ceiling, then you can really test me.
It's, I was going to ask you about the medal table, but we've got it. As if by magic, it has appeared. Italy 19 gold, still in the lead. USA just holding off the challenge of Brazil tonight. They've had a great night, the Brazilians.
Yes, they have another strong night for them. We were talking about last night where there was a few nations that got four gold medals each, and Brazil have hit that 4 again already in terms of ceremonies. That's what I work with, remember?
Great Britain had a good start to the night as well. The first 2 gold medals of the night went to Great Britain, so they are going along very nicely, just behind the Brazilians and the Americans. A couple of medals as well, a couple of gold medals for the Netherlands team. They're having a good night, and Ukraine as well. A couple of medals for them. There's the Spanish team. It's Xavi Torres. It's his birthday a couple of days ago. We gave him a birthday shout out. Talking to him yesterday. He was the vastly experienced campaigner for the Spanish team, still going strong. His first Paralympic Games back in 1992 in Barcelona. What games?
What games? I don't know. You were there. You tell us.
I was there. I know because I was there. Yeah, Xavi Torres, big star in Spain over the years, lives in Mallorca. I keep saying I'll come out and visit him, but he hasn't really taken me up on the offer.
You've been saying it for 20 years, 25 years.
Absolutely. I'll come and visit you, my good friend, on the island of Mallorca.
That's when he tells you he doesn't speak English. He does speak very good English.
Spanish team have got a lot of long-serving swimmers, haven't they?
Yeah, and they filter in the new athletes, and it's a great mix. It's a blend of experience and youth. Not a huge team, but again, very successful team.
Ready now for the next event, which is the women's 50 metres freestyle for the S13 classification. Swimmers with a visual impairment. And first out for this final, Rebecca Redfern from Great Britain. Bronze medalist in the breaststroke a couple of days ago. Joanna Menda, another very experienced campaigner, her 8th World Championship, the Polish swimmer in lane number 1. Colleen Young, what a swim she had in the breaststroke to win gold here at these championships. Here's one of the young Spanish swimmers, World Championship bronze medalist from Mexico City 2017, Maria Paula Lopez. Gia Pergolini, what a week she's having, taking the gold in the 100 freestyle. Can she add the 50? Silver medalist in that 100 freestyle was Ayano Sojutsu of Japan. Carlotta Gili, the world record holder, goes in lane number 5. And Katja Dedekind, medalist in the Paralympic Games in the distance freestyle. She goes in lane number 4. Katja Dedekind, the fastest time in the world this year. But the world record held by Carlotta Gili. Record set in Rome in 2018. Championship record set in Mexico City in 2017. Dedekind, tall figure. Gili with the blue cap of Italy. They go in the centre lanes.
Well, Dedekind got away well there for Australia. She will be sensing an opportunity, but Gia Pergolini, once again for USA, getting away very strongly indeed. And that black cap, you can see, just leading the way, but Dedekind trying to come through in the centre of the field.
Well, on either side of Carlotta Gili, it's Dedekind just pushing through now. Pergolini also in the mix. Sojutsu going very well for Japan, but it is going to be Dedekind. Will take it in 26.98. It's silver to Pergolini. Another great swim from the US swimmer. And bronze to Japan. Sojutsu takes it, 27.85. But Dedekind, the only swimmer under the 27-second mark, a championship record in 26.98. The world record holder out of the medals, and Dedekind celebrates. She is the world champion.
And you can see there what it means to the athletes. Dedekind was the only person to have broken that 27 mark. coming in to this competition this year, and she was the only person to do it in the final as well. It was enough for a championship record. Pergolini with that strong start coming through to take the silver medal. She's having a fantastic week, as are the United States of America generally, but Pergolini showing that speed and delivering there. And Carlotta Gilli locked out of the medals because it was Ayano Suzuki of Japan that picked up that bronze medal.
It's a good start from Pergolini. She's been an absolute revelation this week. We saw her in Tokyo take the backstroke gold medal, but she has really stepped up the freestyle this week. But Dedekind had the power at the end to forge ahead of the rest of the field with that yellow cap of Australia, a championship record, and she celebrates with the bronze medalist Ayano Suzuki of Japan, with Pergolini in the silver medal position. Katja Dedekind, a championship record to take the title in the women's 50 freestyle S13. Gia Pergolini, another great swim from the US swimmer in second. Ayano Suzuki takes another medal for Japan.
Well, the excitement keeps on coming. The surprises, the fast times, the people delivering, and Katja Dedekind will be over the moon to have delivered there that championship record and gold medal for Australia.
Yeah, great swim there from Dedekind. Taking that gold medal, championship record. What are we going to have in this men's 50 freestyle for the S13 classification? Ivan Salguero Oteiza, 4th place in the last World Championships for Spain. He goes in lane number 8. Douglas Matera, Paralympic medalist in the relay in Tokyo last year, in lane 1. World Championship silver medalist from 2017, Camille Radzelski, in lane number 7. Thalasso Engel, the German swimmer. Great record he has in 100 breaststroke events. What has he got in this sprint freestyle? First of the two Uzbek swimmers is Musafar Tursunkayev, World Championship bronze medalist from 2019. Krilo Garashenko, 1 gold in that blanket finish in the 100 freestyle earlier this week. The Ukrainian, second Ukrainian, the winner of the 100 meters butterfly on day 1 of this competition was Alexei Verchenko, and the fastest from qualification, only by 4/100ths of a second, was Islam Aslanov from Uzbekistan, the World Championship silver medalist from 2019. So in those middle lanes, we have 2 swimmers from Uzbekistan, 2 swimmers from Ukraine. Never had a male winner of a world title from Uzbekistan. Wonder if we're going to get the first one today. Aslanov has a chance, Tursunkayev has a chance. Verchenko and Garashenko, you cannot discount them. This is going to be fast.
Well, they roll away pretty evenly off the block, and it is Verchenko going very well there for the Ukraine in lane 5. Aslanov has got a lot of speed down this first 25 meters, and he's coming back.
Well, Aslanov now trying to get back into contention. Verchenko might just have the edge here as they come into the finish. It might be Verchenko stretching for the wall, and it is Verchenko, 24.03. He takes it ahead of Garashenko. It's a Ukrainian 1 and 2 with Aslanov in the bronze medal position, just ahead of Thalasso Engel. But a really fast finish again from Garashenko. This time it was silver, but he's behind his teammate Verchenko. Ukraine take 1 and 2.
Yeah, and it lived up to the billing. Verchenko, he got off the block well, because in the 100 meters it was Aslanov that went off the blocks very, very quickly indeed. But not today. Verchenko got that advantage. Aslanov made some ground in the second part of the race, but then Verchenko found another gear, and Garashenko finished really strongly, and Aslanov had to settle for bronze.
Well, what a great finish there. Look at that. 4 swimmers all coming in absolutely together there with Verchenko. Taking that one ahead of Garashenko. Garashenko really finishing strongly. And Aslanov in 3rd position there from Uzbekistan. So Ukraine take the top 2 spots. Verchenko and Garashenko in gold and silver medal position. Aslanov taking the bronze medal just ahead of Thalasso Engel from Germany. Wow, really close contest again, Liz. Verchenko and Garashenko, they've performed really well this week.
Yeah, they have. They finish it strongly. We've talked about these 50 freestyles coming with so much tension behind the blocks, and Verchenko knew he had to go quickly. Aslanov looked like he'd come back, but then there was another acceleration from both Ukrainians. As I said, Islam Aslanov settling for bronze.
Well, on to the medal presentations now. We start off with the women's 100 freestyle in the S11 classification.
The medals will be presented by Vice President of the San Antonio Parish Council.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo seu vice-presidente da Junta de Freguesia de Santo António, Marcelo Gouveia.
The winner of the bronze medal, representing Slovakia.
Vencedora da medalha de bronze em representação da Eslováquia,
Tatiana Blatnerova. The winner of the silver medal, representing the Netherlands.
Vencedora da medalha de prata em representação dos Países Baixos,
Lisette Brunsma. The winner of the gold medal and world champion, representing United States of America.
Vencedora da medalha de ouro e campeã do mundo em representação dos Estados Unidos da América,
Anastasia Pegonis. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino dos Estados Unidos da América.
Madeira, your medal winners.
Madeira, as vossas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 100 meter freestyle S11.
Cerimónia de vitória para os 100 metros livres masculinos, classe S11.
Winner of the bronze medal representing Ukraine.
Vencedor da medalha de bronze em representação da Ucrânia,
Mikhailo Serbin. The winner of the silver medal representing Japan.
Vencedor da medalha de prata em representação do Japão,
Uchu Tomita. The winner of the gold medal and world champion representing the Netherlands.
Vencedor da medalha de ouro e campeão do mundo em representação dos Países Baixos,
Roger Dorsman. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional dos Países Baixos.
Madeira, your medal winner.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
Last swimming event of the night. Just coming up, there's the sun going down on the Pentada Olympic Swimming Pools complex on the hillside here in Funchal. Well, what an exciting night we've had, Liz, and it's not over yet.
No, it isn't. The relays, we talk about the relays. Mixed 4 by 100 metres medley. 34-point relay coming up now.
Yeah, 34 points. The classification numbers of all the swimmers added up cannot exceed 34 points. The first time this has been conducted at a major international championship. So saw very exciting heats this morning. We have, of course, all the relays at these championships are mixed. So not only have we got mixed male and female, we've got mixed strokes because it's a medley relay, and we've got mixed classifications as well. We've got to work it out tonight, I think, Liz.
Yeah, we have. It's going to be really exciting. A number of the teams keeping the same combinations that they used this morning because it was the first time that it had been conducted. Everyone was a bit tentative to play around too much with the combinations, but there have been a few changes which we will see when these swimmers come out.
And they are about to come out to the blocks here. 4-point relay. Always been very exciting when it was male and female separate relays. It's even more exciting now that it's a mixed event. Shelby Newkirk leads out the Canadian quartet. She will go on that first leg, backstroke leg for the Canadians. Mariana Ribeiro, the freestyle medalist for Brazil, the S9 swimmer, will lead the Brazilians out in lane number 1. This is one of the teams that have changed their lineup, the Italians, and what a quartet they have got. Palazzo, Raimondi, Barlam and Terzi. There is Great Britain, led off by Alice Ty. Team of Ty, Summers Newton, Hollis and Carter. Ollie Carter making his GB debut in this relay. There is the USA. They will be led off by Robert Griswold, the backstroke champion, the S8 class, Morgan Ray, Lizzie Smith and Audrey Kim, their team. The Netherlands have got a good squad. Bas Takken leads them off. Lisa Kruger, Florian Butcher and Ties van Hoofwegen. Spain swam a very good heat. They've got a strong quartet. Inigo Lopez Sanz, Anastasia Dimitrov, the youngster, 13 years of age on the breaststroke. Jose Maria Alcaraz and Sarai Gascon. And there are the Australians, Timothy Hodge, Kira Stevens, Emily Beecroft and Matt Levy. They looked very good in qualification, Liz. Qualifying 5 seconds ahead of any other team. But the Italians have changed their team around, haven't they?
Yeah, and the Italians will be expected, even though they're swimming in lane 7, to feature quite highly in this one. Palazzo did win the backstroke event. She'll be going like for like. She's an S8 athlete against Great Britain's Alice Ty. They'll be on the first leg together. Yeah, the Great Britain team have their lower 2 classification numbers going first, as do the USA. But the USA have got the men going first and Great Britain have got the women going first. Things could change about as we go through this race. Australia and the Netherlands may be the ones to lead in these early stages. Timothy Hodge, that incredible world record in the 200 metres individual medley. The yellow cap of Australia goes in lane number 4. And Bas Takken, the Netherlands S10 swimmer, goes in lane number 3. 1 lane up from the yellow cap of the Australians. And at the moment we can see the male backstrokers all pretty even there. Robert Griswold of the United States of America going very well to hold on to Tim Hodge in that yellow hat for Australia, and Bas Takken of the Netherlands, who looks like he had the early lead, and just as I said that, Tim Hodge accelerated into the turn, and it will be Australia that turn first, followed by the Netherlands, and then the United States currently in third, with Spain chasing in fourth.
Yeah, the male backstrokers leading them out there. The 2 female backstrokers you can see, Alice Ty and Mariana Ribeiro of Brazil, but Timothy Hodge just being caught now by Bas Takken in the closing stages here. Hodge with that yellow cap will hand over to the 2 SB9 swimmers, Lisa Kruger and Kira Stevens, who had a great head-to-head in the individual events, and they go in absolutely together. USA will go in 3rd position. Morgan Ray goes in for them, their lowest classification swimmer. The S6 goes in against the 2 SB9 swimmers who lead the field.
And in lane 5 for Spain, it's Anastasia Dimitrov, the SB8 breaststroker female athlete. She's trying to claw back Morgan Ray of the United States of America. But at the front of the field now, Lisa Kruger has taken the advantage. She will go into the turn fractionally ahead of Kira Stevens, just 0.39 of a second separating the 2 teams at the front. Kira Stevens had a phenomenal turn there to get back on terms with Kruger. Kruger was the champion. She will look to work this breaststroke hard. She's already swum and won the butterfly tonight, and Kira Stevens doing very well here to hold on to Lisa Kruger.
And the 2 leaders will hand over to 2 S9 butterfly swimmers. Coming back there, 2 lanes up from the Netherlands is Brazil. Lucas Mozella going well. Also in the water is Stefano Raimondi from Italy coming through the field. Kruger will hand over to Florian Bulcher on the butterfly leg. Emily Beecroft will be going in for Australia. It's very close for 3rd. Simone Barlam will go in for Italy. Expect him to come through the field very strongly.
And now Barlam will look to make his move for Italy. Stefano Raimondo made a lot of ground there on that breaststroke leg.
This is one of the substitutions that we're seeing come into effect here, and in the lead at the moment it is Florian Bucher for the Netherlands. She's holding on. Australia's still in second with Emily Beecroft, but now Simone Barlam pops in. He turns in fourth after Gabriel Silva de Souza, but he will look to keep clawing back. He will try and get on terms with at least Brazil by the time they come into the final changeover. But going very well still is Bucher of the Netherlands. She's holding off Beecroft. Here comes Barlam. Gabriel de Souza trying to get up back into third position, but Barlam will hand over in the lead to Giulia Terzi for Italy.
Well, is it going to be enough for the Italians? It's the female swimmer, the S7 swimmer for Italy, going against the two male swimmers, Matt Levy for Australia and Ties van Hoefwegen for the Netherlands. I don't think they are going to be beaten by the Italians now. Australia, what a swim here so far from Matt Levy. He will go over in front. Sarai Gascon from Spain on that final leg, the S9 swimmer from the Spanish team. She's gone into third place. This is going to be tight.
Yeah, Ties van Hoefwegen turning second for the Netherlands, but Sarai Gascon is less than a second behind, and now she's gone to her legs. Matthew Levy doing his best. He's used to being chased down on this final leg for Australia. He's used to putting his head down and heading for home. He looks like he's done enough. As Sarai Gascon of Spain just overhauls the Netherlands.
And it looks like it is going to be gold to Australia. Sarai Gascon giving absolutely everything. She's not going to catch Matt Levy. It's going to be gold for Australia. It's going to be silver for Spain. And it's going to be bronze to the Netherlands. They will celebrate in front of us at the commentary position, the Netherlands flags and the Australian flags waving. The Spanish will be happy as well. What a race that was. The Australians taking it, but Sarai Gascon almost did the job for the Spanish team on that final leg.
A really strong finish there from the Spanish athlete. In your shot now. We've talked about this relay, and one of the reasons they have made it a mixed relay is because it just increased the opportunity for countries to get involved, and it went right down to the wire. And in that shot there, Australia, Kira Stevens did an exceptionally good job of not letting Lisa Kruger get too far ahead of her.
Well, a great quartet from the Australians. They were fastest from the heats. They didn't change around their squad. The Italians did, but they couldn't challenge the leading qualifiers from this morning's heats. Things changed about. Timothy Hodge gave the Australians a lead over the Netherlands. It was the two breaststrokers who fought it out for the Australian and the Netherlands. They competed against each other in the individual events, and as the race went through onto the freestyle leg.
8th position for the mix 4x100 medley, 34 points relay. Not necessarily in a race where we have lots of experience. It's a new event, the mixed relay at the international level on the parasport side. So the team is, of course, learning. Not having the ability to add Aurélie might be a tough, Aurélie Rivard, of course, a tough decision for the Canadian team. Alors, une 8e position pour l'équipe canadienne, c'est une nouveauté au sport paralympique, les relais mix, 34 points. Alors, on a beaucoup d'expérience à apprendre, mais d'avoir fait la finale, c'est déjà un très bon signe. So let's go to poolside with, we see right here, Katarina Roxon and it's the other way. We see the relay here. So Shelby Newkirk, Katarina Roxon, and Jack Gill, and James LaRue.
Can you hear me there, guys? We've got the relay team. Are we okay? Are we on? Can you hear me? Bartan, can you hear me? All right, we're with the relay team. Sorry about that. Just on the deck here, Katarina, why don't you take us through it? Tough one there, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely a tough one. I mean, we switched it up from this morning, so 3 of us are new for this specific relay tonight. So, I mean, we just went out, decided to do our best, have fun with it, and kind of just enjoy the process of it, and hopefully, learn from it as well.
Really good. James, your thoughts?
Yeah, like Kat said, it's obviously a different team tonight. I got the chance to race with both teams. We are faster tonight, so I think that was a good call, but it was fun to race with 2 different teams today.
Shelby, your leg?
Yeah, it was really good, and more than anything, it was just fun getting to be with these awesome guys in the ready room and just know that we have each other's back for the race. It was really good.
Jack, we haven't had a chance to talk to you yet, but how was the race for you?
It was pretty good, yeah, like everyone else said. We changed up from this morning, but we did pretty good.
Right on, Canada. Great day, couple of medals. Nice job wrapping it up. More success tomorrow. Good job.
Hopefully. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So another great performance from our relay team. What a great day 5 again. 3 more medals for Team Canada and 1 of each color. So far, 13 medals for Team Canada. And in 2019, at the last World Para Swimming Championships, Canada came home with 14 medals. 2 more days left to this Para Championship. We have tomorrow, of course, noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, and last day will be on Saturday, June 18. So 2 more days of competition. So this evening was in this afternoon session in Canada, but of course, evening time in Portugal. It was a gold medal for Daniel Doris in the 50-meter butterfly S7. Also in the same event, Tess Rootliff won another medal at these Worlds, and a bronze this time in the same race as Daniel. And Nicholas Bennett was a silver medalist in the men's 200 individual medley S14 event. So 13 medals so far, 5 gold, 4 silver and 4 bronze. Alors, c'est la conclusion de cette 5e journée de compétition au championnat du monde de paranatation sur l'île de Madeira au Portugal. Le Canada a remporté 3 autres médailles à cette 5e journée, une de chaque couleur, or pour Daniel Doris, argent pour Nicolas Bennett, sa 2e de ces championnats du monde, et le bronze pour Tess Rootliff aux 50 mètres papillon. Jusqu'à présent, le Canada a 13 médailles. C'est une de moins que lors des derniers championnats du monde en 2019 qui avaient lieu à Londres. Il reste toujours 2 jours de compétition. Alors demain, à midi, heure de l'Est, et 9 h, heure du Pacifique, nous serons de retour. Et samedi, le 18 juin, sera la dernière journée de ces championnats du monde. Demain, on aura 13 nageurs et nageuses dans les épreuves individuelles lors des rondes préliminaires. Ils tenteront de se qualifier pour les rondes finales. Et ce sera le point d'interrogation, le retour en scène de Aurélie Rivard sur 100 mètres libres. Nous allons savoir demain matin si Aurélie prendra part à cette épreuve. Souvenons-nous, elle a eu un malaise lors du 400 mètres et n'a pas pu compléter la course, mais elle est de retour à l'hôtel. Elle a nagé plus tôt aujourd'hui et espérons qu'on la reverra dans la piscine demain. So tomorrow is day 6, 13 individual races in the qualification. They will try to make it to the final, the top 8. And the big question that we've been wondering and asking ourselves is Aurélie Rivard going to be back in the pool tomorrow for the women's 100 freestyle S10? She swam today. She is back. She's healthy. But there's a lot of uncertainty still. If Aurélie will be part of that 100-meter freestyle, we will know tomorrow morning. And of course, if she is, this is a great chance for a gold medal for Team Canada, as she's the Paralympic gold medalist, world champion, and world record holder. This is Benoit Huot, and we say thank you for watching. Bye for now, Canada. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we will see you tomorrow, noon Eastern Time, for day 6 at the World Para Swimming Championships from